Nothing is inevitable, but some things are meant to be because they are made to happen by men of will.
Putting those shoulder pads to work. Look at him. Look at him come through that hole. Boom! Get off of me. Come on. Get off me, little man.
They set a course, a collision course. And somewhere along the path, abilities turn into powers.
And he has
to the 50,
he has one more person
to the 40, to the 30,
he's
to
gonna
the
go
20,
all the way.
to the 10, touchdown!
Athletes become icons. Mortals become myths.
Oh, he's gonna catch it and fire, touchdown. Oh, they got fancy with it.
Leaders on united teams, heroes to legions of followers. It isn't destiny, but desire that brought them this far. To meet face to face, force to force. It's SUVtv football.
Inside Walter Cantrell Stadium in Powder Springs on the campus of McEachern High School. Joe Hillsman and Sylvester Williams, glad that you're with us. Our SUVtv football game of the week presented by HBCU League Pass, the visiting Milton Eagles and the host McEachern Indians, the largest high school football stadium in the state of Georgia and one of the most historic. Glad to be here with you tonight. Milton coming in, the road team, they're coming in as a 1-point favorite. They come in at 3-1 on the season, and they are 1-1 against Georgia competition. McEachern on the other side coming in at 2-3, and it has been somewhat of an up and down year for the McEachern Indians. I'm bringing in Sylvester Williams, my color analyst tonight, as you take a look at Milton and McEachern. Your thoughts, what do you think we are going to see tonight, and what do you expect to see both sides of football?
You know, this is very interesting. You know, this isn't the usual McEachern team. You know, they usually jump out the gate firing on all cylinders, but they suffered a tough one against Grayson. I mean, Grayson got out there and boat raced them. Now, on the other side, Milton came into the season. They were nationally ranked. They were considered the top team in the state of Georgia by a lot of different publications. But they went up to North Cobb and lost the shocker. But then they went back on the road, beat two nationally ranked teams. Now, they're back trying to beat this Milton team, man. This could be an awesome one. McEachern, their strength lies in their passing game. Milton, their strength lies in their defense with their pass rushers and their DBs, man. This should be an awesome game.
At a glance, presented by Procter & Gamble, as you take a look at the two team captains. They played last season, and Milton came away with a 16-3 victory. That was at home. It is a light, early autumn night. It's feeling good, about 72 degrees. Nice breeze coming out. And now, let's go to Sylvester with our keys to the game.
Here's the thing. Can Milton stay out of the web? And when I say web, I'm talking about Caleb Webb. Caleb Webb is the receiver for McEachern. McEachern, he does it all, man. He has a bunch of catches. He leads the team in receiving. He leads the team in return yardage. He is a dangerous player anytime the ball gets in his hands. So the thing is, can Milton stay out of that web? Don't let him get too active. Now, also, Old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm, they didn't have a horse. And when I say a horse, I mean a horse. They're missing their horse, Jordan McDonald. It hadn't been the season he expected so far. He's only averaging 75 yards a game. You know, here's a kid who had 1,300 yards last year, and they expected to ride that horse on into the playoffs and the state championships, and it just hadn't been that year for him yet. Now Milton has to get back on that horse. They got to get back on that horse and win again. Now, well-rested versus well-tested. Now, here's the thing. They have been off. Milton has been off the past week. They went up, and they played a huge game up in Pennsylvania against St. Joe's. Now, they had a week off. They rested. They were well-tested early in the season by playing some heavy hitters. North Cobb. They played St. Joe's. They played the other nationally ranked team out of Virginia. They played some heavy hitters. They've been well-tested, and they also had a week's rest. So that is pretty scary for the McEachern Indians.
When we come back, it will be the kickoff. McEachern and Milton right here. The SUVtv football game of the week presented by HBCU League Pass. McEachern won the toss as we welcome you back into the largest high school football stadium in the state of Georgia. Yes, it's bigger than the concrete palace that you see down on 75, which has a pretty good ball game tonight, Lowndes and Valdosta. It is Walter Cantrell Stadium right off Macklin Road on the campus of the McEachern High School. And McEachern won the toss. Milton won the toss and deferred. McEachern will be receiving it. McEachern will be going right to left. And McEachern, I talk about the largest high school football stadium in the state, but they also have the most beautifulest helmets in the state, all gold. And it's not just your regular gold, it's your Vegas gold. So they've got blue tops and Vegas gold numbers, and they've got that trim. And now check it, they are kicking off. They did win the toss like I had it correctly. Blue tops, Vegas pants, Vegas hats. Milton going to be all in white, white tops, white bottoms, red numbers, and they got the little feather on that red, on that white helmet. And we are ready for football in the state of Georgia in Class 7A in Powder Springs. McEachern will be kicking it off. Right to left, as they get ready to put it away with Lucas Wynn, the kicker. And he dives it, and it's 7:32 as we started in the east, moving up to the 30, to the 35, to 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. It was a short up back man who's going to take it all the way down inside the 30, and he's pushing people to the 28-yard line. And just like that, an up man came in there. He's made major plays all year. Brooks Bortle on the return, and Milton will start on the McEachern 30.
Now, see, here's the funny thing. When you kick that short kick like that, you want to keep it away from the big-time returners. They tried to keep it away from Cam Caney. But you kicked it to an up back who found that slice. He found that slither, and he just went straight through it, man. Big return by Brooks right there. Huge return.
They're on the 30-yard line, and one of the things that Coach Stevens talked about was the lack of tackling. We saw it there. Farrell is in the gun. He's got three receivers to the right. He takes it. He fakes it, and now he's going to go forward and get hit. Leaned in right there at the bottom of the pile. Good hit. Tashawn Cash, the linebacker, number 7, who came in and made the stop initially. Had help from Lance Watkins.
See, this is what you want to do if you're McEachern. You want to put Milton in long downs. You want to give them in long yardage downs, and that's how you establish the game. You know, a little 2-yard pickup, 1.5-yard pickup. Good opening play for McEachern after giving up the big return.
2nd down and 8. McDonald gets the start, and now Farrell going to take it and run up to the 25 and lean forward and jump across the 20, dive up to the 21, to the 19, and they have a first down. 2 plays on the first down for Milton, and they're inside their red zone.
There's that tackling you were talking about, Joe. You know, look, one man missed right there. You got to bring him down. First man has to bring him down on that contact. You can't let Devin be that elusive and that, you know, that slippery, you know, like somebody sprayed WD-40 on his jersey or something.
That's talked with Coach Stevens at length this week, and he said that was the number one thing. They give it off to McDonald outside, 10-5, tiptoeing on the sideline. Let me see what the official says. Does he give the signal? They're talking about it. They're still having a conversation. The pylon is down. they're going to say he's out of bounds at the 1. Jordan McDonald down at the 1.
You got to show me that replay on that one. That's the Jordan McDonald we're looking for. That's the one we saw last year. You know, following his block, getting to the outside, tiptoeing down that side. Oh, he got us a touchdown.
Yeah,
that is a touchdown.
The pylon move, which should have been your indicator, they got together and talked about it. There is no replay. They're going to be first down, goal-to-goal. Ball is inside the 1. But they're going to go shotgun. Farrell now got a man in motion right to left. Takes it and set it up. He's in that pistol. Now gives it off. McDonald, touchdown. Right ahead. No, Farrell on the keeper.
Nobody. So Farrell kept that ball. What a play fake by Farrell. You know, everybody's in the crowd. They're expecting McDonald to get rewarded for the long run. And look at the play fake right there. He walked into the end zone. Nobody was looking at Devin on that play. What a play. You know, Joe, and I'm 100% old school. I love to see a fullback in the game, I formation up under center when you're on goal line. But if you can make it work like that, why not?
I know. I was watching a broadcast the other day, and they started talking about that, and I thought about you. And the next time I worked with you, I was going to bring it up. I wasn't going to bring it up in the first quarter. The snap in the hole, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And just like that, Milton 7-0. Let's remember now, it was the Brooks Bordeaux kick return that set up the 1-yard touchdown run from Devin Farrell that capped a 5-play, 30-yard drive. And the Milton Eagles go on top 7-0.
Look, that play fake was so good, it fooled the offensive lineman. You saw the offensive lineman jump up and congratulate McDonald on the touchdown. McDonald didn't even have the ball. That was a play fake.
Adam Clack, the head coach of the Milton Eagles, they come in at 3-1 on the year. And while at Milton, entering the contest, Coach Clack is 44-11. He's 64-23 overall. Franklin Stevens, the head coach, in his third year here at McEachern in a rebuild, retool, reload situation. 4-6 last season. Made the playoffs, but a losing season for the McEachern Indians following up on the 12-1 year. And Coach Franklin Stevens, of course, 2-time state champion, has won everywhere. And in this day and age with young men and outside influence and parental observations and thoughts, the strong arm of Coach Franklin Stevens, now he's going to have to shape this program the way he knows how to win. Milton will be kicking it off, and we will have a touchback on the kick.
That's a weapon you love to have in high school. If you have a kicker who can put it in the end zone on those kickoffs, man, that is something you love to have. And the kid's just a junior, too.
Yeah, I just think you should change the rule.
Well, you think they should be able to allow to return it out the end zone?
Exactly.
Nah, not in high school.
Yes, sir.
Not in high school. Reward the kicker.
Nope.
Because here's the thing. You don't find many who can do it.
You're only kicking at 60 yards.
You don't find many who can do it in high school.
I'm still upset at the NFL rules. The kickoff is the best play in football. It is your backyard play. And there's been too much to, safety is important, but at some point you have to understand when you decide to play the game of football, safety sometimes goes out the window. Run a little trap now. McEachern going to angle out at the 20, cutting out to the 22 and get clipped up and fell down from behind. In on the carry, number 23, Jelon Brown, the junior running back, tripped up. He got about 3 yards, maybe 2.
A good individual effort out there by Cam. Look at Cam fight off that wide receiver blocker and make that tackle by himself in the open field. Good individual effort.
Cam Canyon not the one to watch it at Milton secondary. They give it on a little trap inside and it'll bring up third down at about 6. They gave it to Brown again. So now here McEachern is third down about 6.5. And they're working on the left hash. They're working very, very quickly at the quarterback spot. Bryce Archie.
Now take a look at this matchup on the outside. You got Thornton matched up on Webb.
3 receivers all to the short side of the field to the left. 1 receiver out wide, out beyond the numbers to the right. Now they stand up and they look at the play and get the play from the sideline. And now he takes the back and spins him from his right to his left. Take it. Archie back looking left, looking, going to fire. It is complete. No drop. Tried to run before he caught it. A.J. Nelson, and to be 3 and out, they have to punt the football.
And see, here's the thing. I love that play design. Look how 2 defenders go with Webb, and he is wide open right there for the first down, and he just dropped it.
No, he didn't drop it. He tried to catch it. He tried to run before he caught it.
You know, it hit him in the worst place possible, Joe.
Yeah, but it did. But
it hit him
open.
in his hands.
Everything executed perfectly, perfect play call. He tried to catch it.
He tried to run it before he caught it.
Yeah, he tried to run it before he caught it.
And here's the thing. Wide receiver, the first job responsibility is to receive.
Snap on a punt. Oh, nice punt. Spiraling punt. Retreating way back. Caught it at the 35. Made the first man miss. Angle got blocking. 40, 45, 50, 45, and out of bounds around the 46-yard line. Good return. And now a late flag came in.
I think you're going to have a legal block. I think he I think he had a guy cut him in the open field over there on the sideline. I think that's what they're going to call. They're going to call the chop block.
Freyes on the return. Freyes, one of the key members of this football team at the receiver spot. Adam Freyes.
No, it wasn't a chop block. It was just a crackback block.
Oh, that's not. Nah.
That's not. See, I'm old. See, to me, that's not a penalty.
Quit dating yourself.
I tell the truth.
But it's not a penalty, though. He
hit
him in the front.
But they called the penalty. I think it's defensive play or something. Yeah.
Hitting a defense. It's basically a blindside block.
Yeah, it's a blind. To me, that's football.
But he hit him in the front, though.
But to me, that is football. That's football. That's what football is about. That's why they say keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Yeah, because he did not get hit from behind.
Mm-hmm. Boop.
No.
Don't walk.
Bad
That's
call.
the thing. Don't walk on the field. Give me 100% effort all times.
Dylan Miller, outstanding job, young man. Terrible call by the ref. So Milton will start now on their own 35. And they're going to go out of the pistol with Farrell. He's got McDonald behind him. He's going to take it, turn around, and give it to him. And he's got nothing. 2-3 people in there, but he's still going to wind up and get 4 or 5 yards. There was a whole lot of open space there, but again, the tackling, the issue. Cameron Neal in on the play. Renee Barber, the third, number 25, is the lead dog on this squad at the linebacker spot, but that was Jace Ward in on the stop and Cameron Neal in on the spot. But Coach Stevens, Sly, you talked about it. You talk about he's just upset about them not being able to tackle of late. Mm-hmm. Out of the gun, now here's Farrell. Farrell will take it, looks left, stands up, fires to his first read. It is complete. He's got a first down. In defensively on a play, Michael White with the defense. And the pass was completed to DeBron Gatlin. Man, did he have a big week in Philly 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he did. And, one thing, Devin, he has improved so much in his passing over the summer. He was a decent passer last year. He was, good enough to get a scholarship to an ACC school, but he wasn't the best passer in the state. But now he's just slowly climbing up that ranks with his passing ability now. The young man worked hard over the summer.
Third down, half an inch. They take it and fake it. Now going to swing it back. He going to throw it. And they got him 8 up. Good job. Coming in defensively, Victor Okafor. Okafor, the strong safety, coming up, making the stop. And now that'll be 4th down. They were 3rd and 1 and tried to do a little bit. I don't know if he wanted to throw it or if that was just a design play, but Okafor blew it up.
Well, see, here's the thing. When you run that jet sweep look like that, your defense is automatically going to stay on that side because they're looking for that jet sweep, even though they tried to fake it back underneath. Good job by Okafor fighting under that block and making that tackle in the backfield. Big tackle by Okafor.
But check it now. It is 3rd down now. They were 2nd and 1. I think something's wrong with the sticks.
Yeah, they need to.
It can't be 3rd down because they ran 2 plays. They had the Jordan McDonald run. Then they had the pass.
The pass was the first. Yeah, they got a first down on the pass.
No, they didn't. The sticks are still at the 35 where they started the possession.
You sure?
The sticks They started at the 35-yard line after the penalty on the crackback block. Then McDonald had to run. Then they had to pass on 2nd down. Now the throw out in the flats made it 3rd down. This is 4th down, and now they've corrected it on the scoreboard and on the sideline. It was a 5-yard loss on that play, 4th down.
Hey, it's a good thing somebody on the McEachern sideline was paying attention.
Well, Coach Stevens was in the line judge's ear.
Yeah.
Webb going back to return a punt.
And here's the thing: the McEachern, the home team is in control of the chains. You can't let your home team chain crew.
But it's on the opposite side. But I like that they've got the lighted number down counter. Webb standing at the 24. Snap, rugby style punt. This trouble. This is trouble. He's going to have too much room to catch it. On the 21, moves to the middle. Down, try to bounce outside 25. Flag down. They're going to get him for a block in the back unnecessarily. Some JV player pushed somebody in the back.
Great job of coverage by the Milton Eagles. Look at that. One of the most dangerous men in the state, and they came and they surrounded him on the outside, broke down, nice breakdown on the outside, and make the tackle. That's special teams play right there. You don't pick that up. That's practice. You work on that in drills all week long covering the punt, man. That is a beautiful, Beautiful display of special teams.
And see, he basically did what you do in the paint. He extended his arm. He just pushed him just a little bit, just enough for the block in the back. And McEachern will be retreating, and their field position will not be very well.
Yeah, you don't want to go backwards.
Take a look at Big Preston Lane, that left tackle, 79 in your picture. Where they're going to back him up to? And they might march him back a whole way. Let's see. They haven't started to mark it off. Well, they're going to go half the distance, or they're going to go 15 yards from the 23, because that's going to put them down at the 8.
Yep, the full 15.
Nope, they went half the distance.
They went half? Okay.
So they'll start on the 12. McEachern on their own 12. 5 wide receivers, 3 right, 2 left, and now Webb goes in motion, looking, arching, fire, and he's got Webb. He's going to get hit, spun down. They're going to knock him for a loss. They're only going to say a loss of 1, though, back to the 11.
See, that's a good job of covering that crossing route, coming on the middle, tried to catch him up underneath. Good job of coming in there, breaking down. Now, I would love to see him make that tackle, though, but that's how your teammates converge on the ball carrier. Look at everybody attacking the ball, bringing them down for the tackle for a loss.
Shotgun snap again. Take it now. Archie looking, going to fire a long pass across the field. It is complete at the 15, and they're going to swallow him up. Good hit there defensively in on the stop. Braden Holmes, number 21, 3rd down coming up. A long throw across the field there, Sly.
See, here's something about this McEachern team, man. You make long throws the Milton team. The M's have me confused. They are so quick at converging onto the ball, man. That pursuit drill works for the Milton Eagles. Jumped offside, got a little bit too happy.
A little movement there. Big number 38 on the defensive line, A.J. Crawford. Last time we had Milton, man, did he show up with 9 tackles, 38 right there in the middle. Levias Overton, also number 9, is dressed out. There's going to be a penalty, and that's going to still make it 3rd down. There's going to be 3rd down now and manageable 3rd down and 2. 7:23, first quarter. 7-0, the Milton Eagles lead on a 5-play, 30-yard drive. Got a good kickoff return. So Archie fakes it, now stands up and looks over to the side. Now he takes Brown and puts him off to his left. 4-man front, gives it to Brown. Now he's going to try to angle outside. They're chasing him. They close the gap. He's going to be close to a 1st down. They may give him a 1st down. Good pursuit coming in. Owen Pauley, a noted linebacker, in on the stop, but it'll be a 1st down for the McEachern Indians.
See, look how he unnecessarily tries to stretch this. As a running back, you have to know where that 1st down marker is. You got 2 yards. Put your foot in the ground and go and get it.
Looking, gonna fire long. He's got Webb up there. Jump ball, caught, dropped. At the 36-yard line, Webb was there one-on-one and dropped it. And on coverage, Robert Billings wanted interference to be called offensively.
Now look at this ref. Hopefully we can get it on this angle. The ref pulled out his flag. I don't like that. If you pull it out, you saw something you didn't like. Don't look at the play. Look at the referee. Let's see. Look at the referee. The referee pulled this flag out and changed his mind.
2nd down now, and Archie looks. He's looked at the line. They've got 1 receiver to the left. They got 2 to the right. Brown now steps up to the right. Archie takes it, fakes it, and now Archie's going to keep it. Archie lean forward to the 30 and slide down to the 31-yard line. Good play there. Making the most out of it. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Good play by Archie. Way to pull that back. You see how aggressive that Milton defensive front was? They were all over the running back. Good read by the quarterback.
Take it now quickly to Brown. They're running up tempo, and he's going to get hit right there at the original line of scrimmage. No gain. They ran that play within 12 seconds of the play clock resetting. So now they're going to be 4th down. And now the punt unit will come on the football field. Coach Stevens swings his headset up around his ear. Upset right now. Tried to catch him in tempo. The line just not there right now for the McEachern Indians. 7-0 Milton, and we come up on halfway gone here in this first quarter. High snap, bad snap, rolling, kicked out of the end zone, and we've got a safety.
Smart play by the punter right there. That high snap, had no chance of getting that off. Good heads-up play. Now, one thing about him kicking it out of bounds, I get kind of nervous with that because what if he would have missed it?
Well, the last time, I ain't going to say the last time, but it ain't the first time I've been in this stadium, in this press box, in that same end zone, and a safety was given up. Now, flag is down. Is he going to give him for illegal touching?
Yeah.
Yes. 9-0.
But my thing is, that penalty is just a penalty if that was in the middle of the field, when they call that illegal touching with the kick. But, you're giving up the safety. That penalty actually means nothing for the McEachern Indians right there. You're giving up the safety, so it really doesn't matter.
Oh, wow. Hey, Arabia Mountain has a 7-0 lead on Stevenson.
Okay.
It's Friday night, and the phone begins to light up. Malachi Singleton and North Cobb 13-0 on North Gwinnett already. Malachi Singleton has 2 rushing touchdowns. That's all he does. Everybody thinks he's this all-world quarterback. I hadn't seen him throw the ball one time. He takes a snap and he runs with it. I thought he played for Loganville at one point.
Oh, man. Now, that might have been the most interesting play calling I have seen in a long time. But when it works, man. You can't argue with success. You can't argue with success. Shout out to those kids from Loganville. Big time win. Go and check the SUVtv archives. We had Loganville taking on Greenbrier last week in an exciting game, 1-point game.
Loganville should not be in that close of a game tonight. They are on the road at Johnson Gainesville. They are a 42-point favorite, and I think that's being generous. Now, if they were playing soccer, it would be different. Free kick now from the 20, and Archie spins the ball in his hands. And McEachern now will free kick it. It'll hit, it'll roll and bounce, and picked up now by Kenyon. And Kenyon moves to the middle to the 35 and will be down right there. So they will start for the second straight possession on the 35. The kickoff return that set up the scoring from Brooks Bordeaux for Milton has proved to be very, very, very big.
Now here's the thing, Joe. This is a huge drive for the McEachern Indians, man. They have to put up a stop, a 3-and-out right here on this drive, because if they don't, the JV squads are going to come out early in this game.
Jonathan Murray, the wide receiver and fine basketball player, splits out to the right, number 88. McDonald will come up to the left now of Farrell. Farrell takes it, gives it to McDonald, looking in. He leans, and 2 men pop him immediately. He got about 2 yards in on the stop. Big number 99, Drake Hatcher. Hatcher, the senior, came in with the stop initially, second down. Big number 86, keep his eyes on him. Jake Nickel, the tight end for this Milton squad. And they've got a massive offensive line led by big number 56, Mo Clipper Jr., who's going to Tennessee. Pistol set now for Farrell. Gives it off to McDonald again. McDonald hit immediately. Yeah, he doesn't have the same explosion and speed that we've seen. Coming up, number 25, Renee Barber, the third on the stop.
Because I remember our first game of the season against Hateville Charter. He went down in that game with a leg injury, and even though he had 100 yards, I think in the first 3 quarters he had 100 yards.
He finished with 82. Too.
Oh, he finished with 82 in that game? But he went down with that leg injury. I think that was like early in the 3rd quarter. And it's just like I hadn't quite seen it since, man. And he's the guy they have to get behind on this offense.
3 down on the line now. McEachern is confused defensively. Take it. Farrell stops, stands, fires, complete. First down. Easy little pass and catch. And it was complete to Kenyon, I believe, number 2 in on the reception. No, that was Freyas.
And see, it was too much confusion on the McEachern defense right here. Everybody ran 5-yard stop routes right there. You just run 5 yards, and whoever's open in the middle of that zone, that's who you get it to. And they got it to the inside receiver.
Renee Barber, the third, in on the stop. 25 and 34 for McEachern will be all over the football field. 5 are on the line, 2 are standing, 3 are down, now 4 are down as they pull the backer back. Take it. Give it to McDonald, going outside. Nickel on the block to the 50. Made a man miss, 45, and he's got him a first down across the 45 to the 43-yard line. McDonald just doing it slowly now and effectively. Good body, good size from a number 5, Jordan McDonald, 6'1", 210.
And you know what? I think planning and going to the left is better for McDonald because he's had those 2 big runs to the left side, and going to the right, it didn't seem to explode out here. Maybe the left side of the defense a little bit weaker. For McEachern.
First down, ball on the 40. Now they're going to take a man and put him in motion from left to right. Jackson Tanner. Take it. Turns. Gives it off. Here's McDonald. McDonald hit immediately. Coming through. Popping right there. Number 34, Victor Okafor again. Okafor and Barber are everywhere right now, literally, for this McEachern Indian defense.
And that's the thing. You get 2 guys flying to the ball, man. Every play, they're on the tackle or somewhere around the tackle. But here's the thing. The rest of these Indians, they have to step up. They have to step up and match the intensity that these two guys are bringing.
Brandon Best, number 58 on that offensive line at that tackle spot, playing very well, although they haven't ran his way yet. Here they come now. Fake it. Farrell goes to the 30, dives inside to the 27 and a first down. They're kind of just picking their way 5, 6, 7 yards here or there. The Eagles, they're not soaring at the moment. They're just kind of flying, and now Best comes up a little gimpy.
You look at this offense, man, the way Farrell runs this offense, man. I really just like how he runs his offense, how much he has improved over this summer, man. I keep harping on that, but I really like this kid's game.
Cameron Neal in on the stop. They take it. They bounce it off to the back. Nothing doing. They ate it up and blowing up the play. Lance Watkins again. They tried to go to the right. This time McEachern played it defensively very well. 3:15, less than that now to go. First quarter, 9-0. Milton on the road with the lead.
Strong move by the junior right there, coming up from that D-tackle spot, coming up, making a play in the backfield. That's what you love to see your linemen do, make plays in the backfield. Good job, Watkins.
So now they got a man in motion. That's Jackson Tanner. Take it, turns it around, gives it to the back, hit immediately as he tried to chug into the hole. He's going to lean forward and take everybody with him and get a first down. Nice power move. That's your guy, Scott Mazowatsky. He scores touchdowns all the time.
Scott had 4 carries, 3 touchdowns in that first game against our Hateville Charter, man. A little bit different against McEachern.
Yeah, but he got a big first down there, and no, he did not.
Long way.
Yeah, 3rd down and 11. They're behind the sticks. My apologies. 2 tight ends. They flop them from the right to the left. Farrell is out of gun. McDonald is back in. He fakes it. The Brits is coming, and they're going to sack him. Wonderful job. Great pursuit. 3-4 again.
Mama, there goes that man.
Victor Okafor in on the stop and hit him, and that'll knock him out of field goal range, and they'll have to punt the football.
Look at that. Just look at the awareness not to fall for the break, not to fall for the fake. You see how he came off his end, and he broke down on that corner. He broke down, saw the running back, didn't have. Look at him break down on the end. He'll come off, break down, now attack the quarterback. That's a great job of awareness right here, man. You love to see that by your safety outside linebacker like that, coming up and making those plays.
Webb stands inside his 10. So will they try and go call for the corner on the punt? Let's see. Snap. The punt. End over end. They try to go. Hits on the 5, and they will get them down inside the 5. The ref will say it's down at the 4. So a 9-play drive ends in a punt, and McEachern now will take over. Terrible field position again, this time at their own 4-yard line, trailing 9-0 with 1:03 remaining here in this first quarter. Joel Hilsman and Sylvester Williams, glad that you're with us wherever you are. The SUVtv.com.
Now, if I'm McEachern, I want to run that same action that they dropped that pass on when they had that. It was 3rd and long, and they dropped that pass. You know, use Webb as a distraction, as a diversion.
Take it and give it out to Brown. Brown leaning through 5, 10, 15, 20. Brown pulling away 25, 30. He's got blocking. He's going to cut back into the 35, and Thornton had to jump on his back and save a long run up to the 38-yard line. First down.
What do I know? Just give it to Brown.
Jalen Brown, where every time you go to predicting plays, they do everything that you don't say do.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know, man. Look at that running through
I
that
like
arm
how
drag.
Thornton couldn't get him right there, but Thornton got up, stayed with the play. Bryce Thornton in on the hit. So now McEachern working quickly. Ball at the 40. Give him 36 yards on the carry. Archie in the pistol. Archie back, look, step, the pressure coming on him. He fires. It is complete to Webb. Webb hit at the 43-yard line. A pickup of about 2.5, maybe 3. Pass complete to Caleb Webb, the high-flying receiver entering the contest. Just under 400 yards receiving, 383 yards receiving. They work very quickly. Man in motion, left to right. Take it, give it to Brown. Brown behind the blocking to the 45, up to the 48, 49-yard line, close to a first down.
Look how they're playing off of Webb. We run that, the referee's down. Look like the referee's hurt.
The ref is hurt. The ref just took a shot.
But for the past two plays, the Milton defense has played off of Webb. Well, you can't see it in this one right here. Look at the cornerback. Look where he's situated off of Webb. They got to hit Webb really quick. If they're going to give them that play, you got to block that cornerback that's on the line of scrimmage. You got to throw a quick chip block on him and throw that quick screen out to Webb and let Webb work in the field by himself. I wonder what happened to the ref on that one.
He got popped.
He got a hit to the manhood or something.
He got popped. That's right there.
Yeah, I mean, we see the result, but what happened? He's still down at midfield.
We have a McEachern Indian trainer. He's back out talking to they're smiling, so you know what that means.
You got to get those referees hazard pay out here, man. It's a dangerous job being a ref.
I disagree with that.
Come on, man. Hey, these kids got pads on and they're moving.
Don't sign up for it.
Hey, referee is a part of the field.
All right, so let's see where they let it resume. Clock is at 17 seconds. It should start now on the ready for play. There it goes. Archie, shotgun snap. And I don't think they're going to snap it here because they're 3rd down and 1 ball on the 49, and they only got to walk but 2 yards to flip the field. So we are at the end of the first quarter. Milton 9, McEachern nothing. Right here, SUVtv, Friday night. Game of the week, presented by HBCU League Game Pass.
You see, Head & Shoulders has scalp shield technology, protects against flakes even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. We're never not working. Number 15?
That's my rub.
Ooh, nice.
Never not working.
Never, ever, never, ever not working.
Welcome, everybody, to Juneau, Alaska.
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders scalp shield
I'm to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit credit.
9-0. It is Milton leading McEachern as we begin the second quarter. 3rd down and 1 for McEachern, who now are moving left to right. Take it and going to run it with Archie. He's got a 1st down to the 45, to the 40. Jumping on his back, Robert Billings. McEachern now into Milton territory for the first time. 1st down, McEachern Indian.
And this is what you need out of McEachern. You need positive offense, man. You know, stick to the plays that you know that work. Stick to your plays. Oh,
long pass, and it is going to be intercepted by Billings. Yes, intercepted by Robert Billings.
Man, look at that play. Look at the effort Billings did. Now, that was a bad pass, but look how Billings came over the top to hang on to that ball, man.
He was going for Webb. It was late. It was behind him. You know what? That's really close there. They had him lined up, but the pass from Archie was late and was behind Webb. He had to stop, slow down for it, and, oh, great catch. Great interception from Billings.
Look at him come over the top and take that one away from him. Good catch by Billings.
So Milton now will start on their own 13-yard line. McEachern had a drive going, and it ended right there. Milton all in the white, moving right to left. McEachern, blue tops, Vegas pants, Vegas hats, play fake, looking. Going to fire, and it's going to be low and incomplete. Flag is down back behind the play. Gainesville has a 10-0 lead on Powder Springs rival Hillgrove in a game in which McEachern defeated Hillgrove 42-14 right here at Walter Cantrell Stadium. Myra Kaminsky, the wonderful AD, just came through the press box. Regina Montgomery, the outstanding principal. The administration at McEachern just outstanding. And while I have a moment, I'd like to send my condolences and deepest sympathy to the family of Phyllis Arthur, the head women's basketball coach here with a death in the family. She's not here. They have fall break next week, and She will be back, and a valued family member passing, and she'll come back and get that girls basketball team ready for 7A this year, and something special in the McEachern Indian girls basketball water again this year, but wanted to make sure that I acknowledge that. Look at the crowd here at Walter Cantrell Stadium.
The students out here, man, it's youth night out here, man. Earlier before the game, you had all the young kids, the youth football league. They had the young football players and the young cheerleaders out. Had the whole squad out here cheering everybody on. Thank you.
That's what.
Hey, this is why we love McEachern right here. The fan club that bring. I mean, what do you call it?
That's the athletic director.
The athletic director.
That's athletic director Myra Kavinci.
Bring in sodas and drinks and waters to everybody.
Farrell gonna take it and run 10, 11, 12, tripped up, and he's gonna be down right around the 14-yard line. And let's see, we got an injured McEachern man, slow to get up, right there in the middle of the pile. Farrell taking with the fake.
Uh-oh.
See, you got to remember, I'm at home, so you be saying all that stuff. Oh. So after the play, coming up slow was Tyshawn Cash, who's been on a couple of stops. Milton with a 9-0 lead on the Indians here. They got a 1-yard touchdown run from Devin Farrell, followed by a safety on a bad snap on a punt that went through the end zone. 11:22 to go. That McEachern Indian crowd. There's Coach Franklin Stevens right there in your shot. Tucker, he won 2 state championships with the Lamar County for a couple of years, lost in the state championship game, then went down to the Ware County Gators and left Ware County and came here. He's won 6 straight 10-win seasons during a stretch, and it included Tucker, Lamar County, and Ware County. So 3 straight school years he were in programs. They won 10 or more. And he won 12 in his first year here. Take it, fake it, back, firing high, and incomplete, going to the receiver, DeBron Gatlin.
See, that's the route for most high school players right there. That's what separates a high school quarterback from a college quarterback. That out route. You have to be able to set your feet, plant, and throw a crisp out route, and that's what separates high school quarterbacks from college quarterbacks, throwing that out route.
Arabia Mountain has added a field goal. In DeKalb, they kick field goals. 10-0, Arabia Mountain leading Stevenson.
Yeah, Arabia and Decatur over there.
Fake it, Farrell, forward, and leans up to about the 17. Now they'll take it back to the 16-yard line. Big number 99, Drake Hatcher again in on the stop. Hatcher is everywhere. And I do mean literally everywhere when he has the football.
You know, this is what you love about your backers. You love your guys who can, you love those defensive players who can go sideline to sideline. That's what you like to see.
Webb is standing back deep to return a punt. Special teams might have to be the way they crack the case. Snap, rugby style, punt. Fielded, this is trouble, at the 47, to the 50. Slip and fail at the 46.
Hey, good thing those grass monsters got out there and brought him down for that slip, because you look like you had a Milton defender coming out here head hunting. That might not have looked too good for young Mr. Webb if he landed that blow. Who was that on the coverage?
Zyree Horton down. Horton. A strong safety in coverage, but again, positive field position. Ball will be at the Milton 47-yard line. And you see the coaching staff getting in there and wanting them to go ahead and make something happen. Offensively, they got a chance. Not out of the ball game, 9-0. North Gwinnett has gotten a safety. They now trail 13-2 to North Cobb. Brown comes in at the receiver spot, now goes to the back. Take it. Archie going to run to the right. Overton is chasing it. He fired, drop. That would be it. Mr. Nelson would be taking a seat. Second drop.
Second drop. That's his second drop of the night.
On perfectly called plays.
And both of them hit him dead in the hands. You got to bring that one down.
Yeah,
got to bring that one down.
And Mr. Nelson would he'd be taking a seat for me.
It's a JV kid over here eyeing that position.
Yes. We have not seen Savion West get targeted tonight. A.J. Nelson, a couple balls come his way. They drop him. Pressure coming. Archie firing. He had to throw it low. And just as I mentioned, there is Savion West. West, who came into the contest, 10 catches, 2 touchdowns, 192 yards receiving, but now third down. Those are 2 plays with Mr. Nelson, not picking on the young man. He's dropped them both, but they've been good play calls. They would have been first downs. And they would have been things that allowed the momentum of the offense to be sustained, and that was on a first down after a good field position. Nelson still in the game, though. 4 wide receivers, 2 each side, and now out of the gun, Archie's got Brown to him. Take it. Fake it. Overton is coming on pressure. It is complete to Webb. Webb breaking off his man to the 30, to the 25, and a first down, and that is Caleb Webb.
He's an exciting receiver. Look at him catch that out route right there on the sideline. And not only, look at that straight arms. Nice stiff arm. Getting them out the way. You know what I'm saying? I love the strength, the catch, the ability to turn upfield, the strength to get off of the
Give it to Brown. Brown hit. There he is. First time we called his name. 3-8. A.J. Crawford. Crawford getting up a little gimpy. I thought he was gimpy in our Hateville Charter game, but the young man has not gotten a lot of recruiting attention and is wanting to play. And Archie going to fire. Got Webb in the corner. Where's the flag? Yeah, all kind of interference. It'll be 15 yards and a first down, so the ball was at the 24. And that ought to take it down to about the 9. And a first down, they ought to be goal to goal. Canyon could not guard him. Where was Thornton? Was he coming in help? I didn't see.
You know what I love about that play? The way the quarterback threw that ball. He put it in a place where it was going to go out of bounds or his man was going to catch it. That was a beautifully placed pass. Look at the pass. Look how he throws it nice and soft over the top. Now, you got all that pass interference down there, but that would have been a touchdown or it would have went out of bounds. That's a great pass by your quarterback.
North Cobb allowed a touchdown. It's 13-9 in North with it. Take it. Archie going to run ahead, bounce 2 men, met him immediately right there. Again, on the stop, Owen Pauley, number 11, who's played very well tonight as well.
Yeah, Pauley came up there, and Thornton came up there to lay the lick too, man. You know, those safety, that safety Thornton, man, I love the way he moves around the field, man. Thornton just covers so much ground, man.
McEachern trying to drive and get points. Archie gives it to Brown. Brown to the 10. Brown pushing. 2 men had to come in there. We've called their names already today. Number 33, Dylan Miller in on the stop. Number 28, Zaire Horton in on the stop for Brown. 6th play of the drive coming up now. 3rd down. Another big 3rd down driving toward the big, beautiful Jumbotron on this west end of the stadium.
And here's the thing. That Milton defensive line, they're huffing and puffing down there. You got some hands on the hips.
Carlton Brody, number 34, in at the running back spot. They got a man in motion. Nelson from left to right. Take it, give it to Brody. Brody jumped through the hole, pushing to the 5, to the 4, and he's got a first down. There'll be goal to go.
Look at those legs churning, man. You're down inside the goal line. This way men are made. Down here inside the goal line, inside the 5, inside the 10. This way men are made.
Good push. Edwards was in on the stop. Check it, Crawford, A.J. Crawford. Take it, they give it to the back. He leans in, he tried to reach forward again and could not get it. They let Brody come in and get the carry again. Number 34, offensively, Carlton Bodie. 2nd down, goal to goal, ball moves to the right hash. McEachern trying to play with some pace. And now they bring in Drake Hatcher, 99 at the fullback spot. Bodie hit. Right there.
And now this is what I don't like. When you bring in the big boy, to block, and he doesn't touch anybody, man. Let's see who he did. He get a hold of anybody? He blocked his own teammate in the back. Come on, big man.
That means somebody else didn't do their job. And now a timeout was called, and I think this one is going to be charged to the McEachern Indians with 7:41 to go. Joe Hilsman and
a lot of football going on, Joe, man.
Sylvester Williams. Oh, man, don't talk about it.
They got the battle of unbeatens over there in Decatur. Decatur take it on Stone Mountain, and right now Decatur up 28-0. Decatur laying the beat down. 2 undefeated teams, Stone Mountain and Decatur. I would have never thought to say that.
I think that's why you said it.
Oh, man. good football going on in the state of Georgia tonight, man. This is my time of the year. I love this time of the year, man.
Coach Stevens now talking to him. There'll be 3rd down and goal. I mentioned Coach Stevens, this is his 3rd year here at McEachern. 151, 36, and 1 overall, 15 years as a head coach. He has won a region title at every school he's been at, won a region title here his first year at Georgia, at McEachern. Man, you got to realize where you at, man. You at home. Well, I'm at home. You just got Debo. What happened?
Oh, no. She brought the announcer, the sponsorship announcements for the stadium.
Oh,
you know, we up in the beautiful
Mario. Give it to me. I got it.
We up in the beautiful press box up here.
Take it. Archie leaning. Archie reaching. Did he get in there? Oh, he fumbled the ball.
I think he dropped it.
They're saying it's a fumble. I didn't see a beanbag come out, though.
He tried to reach out for
and
the end
this
zone.
official, this line judge is saying he was down.
Look at him. He tries to reach out right at the end.
But was he down, though?
Yeah, I think he was down. Let's look at this camera angle right here. Ooh, no, he wasn't down.
Not down.
He was not down.
He was not.
That should be Milton
4th down, goal to go. Archie now going to take it. He's got a new back end behind him, Barterford, who did not play and get the start. And they fake it. Archie leaning, touchdown. He got him a touchdown going to the left side. Bryce Archie.
There you go, man. Get that direct snap and just follow your hustlers into the end zone right there. That's all you got to do. Follow the big boys. Let's see if 99 got his block on this time. No, he still ain't.
I'm amazed.
He still ain't blocked nobody.
Makari Barterford, who came into the game, Archie, just by any way get in, and it now makes it 9-6, and they've got an extra point coming up, so now the safety is the only thing that is stopping them. Great drive there. 8 plays, 47 yards. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. And now look at that. Lucas Wynn stuck it between the pipes, and it is 9-7. Milton leads with 6:58 to go in this first half.
And just like that, McEachern turned this thing around, and now they're back in this thing, you know, because early in the game it looked like it could have went wild for the Milton for the Milton Eagles. But McEachern showed a little bit of fortitude. They got in there and they kind of dug down deep and turned this thing around. Now it's 9-7. Got you a ball game here in the second period.
Well, I think the credit goes to the defense. The defense
definitely
has done that and has slowed Milton. Milton is being somewhat predictable offensively. And as we mentioned, Okafor has shined very brightly on defense, number 34. And number 25, Renee Barber III, has shined brightly.
Real interesting to see how Milton responds, man. I think you're going to see a lot of McDonald on this drive here, man. McDonald had a couple of impressive runs, but he hadn't been that workhorse. They put in a couple of different backs behind McDonald also. It just makes me wonder if McDonald has some type of nagging injury or something's going on with that leg.
That left ankle from when he got hurt near the end of the second half in the season opener. Wynn will be kicking it off. Cale has a 20-7 lead over South Cobb. McEachern defeated Cale 53-20 in the Kalen Webb coming out party. Kickoff. Bortles at the 15 and the 20, 25, 30, and this time good tackle coming in not to allow a big return for the McEachern Indians, so Milton will set up shop right there. They got a 2-point lead. Ball will be put down at the 30, 3 or 4. Good stop in defensively again, 2-5.
Let's see
Nope,
how
that's
this
15 this time.
how
Warnock.
This Eagles team responds, man.
6:51 to go. 9-7. Milton with the lead. It comes off of a 2-point safety. Dr. Regina Montgomery now in the press box. Coffee County 3-0 on Camden County. Coffee throws it all over the field. Camden has now resorted to going back to the wing tee.
Greatest offense in high school history.
They're averaging, 300-odd yards rushing and 22 yards passing. Over the last 4 years, they were throwing it around 200 and 300 yards a game. And you saw a couple of people from Camden County immediately transfer out as soon as the new coach came in.
The best offense in high school, the wing T.
Yep, and the quarterback is not getting recruited, and the quarterback that left has got Florida, and he's throwing the ball all over the place. McDonald across, and he's going to get 2 yards on a first down, or on first down, and it'll be second down, maybe they're going to give him by 3 yards.
You know I'm going to say, I'm going to talk about the wing T offense every time I get a chance.
And I'm going to tell you it's the worst offense ever.
The greatest offense in high school football.
It's absolutely terrible. I know plenty of athletes that could not survive the wing T, and that was before the advent of the neighbors not telling on you because he went to another school. McDonald leans forward, and he's going to get about a yard, maybe 2 yards. The wing T is participation offense.
The wing T makes winners.
You see the new rules in the NFL, and I expect those to come down to college. And once they hit college, they'll come down to high school because they're not going to allow that type of blocking anymore. Just cannot do it. And the NFL, with them even, they made the box so small now, 5 by 2, 5 yards by 2 yards. Shotgun now. Milton got a man out in motion. Farrell stands up, looks, and he's going to loft it. He's got a man behind the defense. Caught. Brad Gatlin, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, DeBron Gatlin on a bomb.
Look at here. That was a beautiful pass right there from Farrell. Farrell, look how he lofted that thing up there and just put it right out of the reach of the defender. That was a beautiful pass by Farrell. Look at the pass. Look at the touch that Farrell put on this ball. Look at the touch. That's a nice soft throw over the top.
Hey, I'm getting put in timeout.
Uh-oh. The athletic director is putting Joel in timeout for that call.
Oh, he just missed it, though. Who was that defensively? Michael White just missed it. Gatlin, and I'm in timeout, man. I got to go. You want the rest of the broadcast, man. Gatlin had 5 catches, 105 yards, and 3 touchdowns in their victory over Life Christian, and now he just caught that long touchdown. I got to see a replay to see how far it was. The extra point was up, and the extra point was good, and it is 16-7.
Ball was on the 36, so you do the math.
36? Okay. 64 yards.
It's a beautiful pass. Just look at the touch he put on that. And here's the thing about that route. That was a straight 9 route, straight down the field. And what happens, the cornerback was supposed to put hands on the wide receiver. You have to put some hands on him to bump him, slow him off the line some. You can't allow that free release. He got that free release straight down the field, and there's nobody in the stadium going to catch him if he runs straight down the field like that.
5:26 to go. Yeah, Gatlin, man, a big-time wide receiver. As I mentioned, that's going to be 3-4. That is at least his 5th touchdown reception of the season. And I got something else on Gatlin, too. Let me see. As they will kick it off now with Felipe Mata. I hadn't called Mata's name because I just didn't, because he's been kicking it and putting it in the end zone.
I tell you, he's a weapon, man. I love that rule in high school. I love that rule in high school. You give me a high school guy who can put it in the end zone every time, that is perfect.
I give me a guy that can run it out.
No, not in high school.
Nah.
And see, here's the thing.
Joe.
If
you can catch it, you should be able to run it
Joel,
out.
I'm going to have to pull this card on you, Joel. This is people like you who don't play football, who never play football, you don't understand. The kickoff is the most violent part of a football game. You have people running full blast at each other. It's the most violent part of football game.
I just said it was the best backyard play. No, now that's a pass. That's going to be accounted as a pass to Webb at the 20. It is the most violent play in football.
And when you
decide to play,
when you get a chance to put it in the end zone right there, you take off one unnecessary hit. And that's what they do. Now, I'm a linebacker. I love contact. I hated special teams.
Completely, yeah, exactly, because you had to run for nothing.
Exactly.
That's what happens on the kickoff. If you have to play special teams, he kick it in the end zone, you still got to run for nothing. You got to run to the goal line.
Hey, but at least that's just a run. Well, they don't run to the goal line anymore. These kids don't do that.
I wouldn't either.
They don't do that.
I wouldn't. I would not. purposely. I would not. Webb caught low, great catch. Receiver gonna get credit for the catch at the 28 or 29-yard line. Now let's take this back. I did play football.
I love how I played on higher levels. Let's put it like that. I played on higher levels.
Wait a second.
You and your JV football experience don't count on my Division I college experience. All right. It's levels to this thing, Joe. Levels.
Archie in the shotgun. My mama said if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all. Archie gonna quick kick it and punt it on 4th down. And it's gonna get hit and roll inside the 30, and a nice roll gonna come right into your mobile device inside the 20 and be touchdown at the 18-yard line. 3 and out for McEachern. They've had a couple of those tonight. And so now Milton will start with 3:52 to go here in this second quarter. And they will start on their own 18-yard line. And they just capped off a 4-play, 67-yard drive, which was a 64-yard touchdown pass. What was going on there? Was they brothers or something? 3 down on the line. Man, I don't want halftime to come right now. 16-7. They've got Jackson across in motion. McDonald going to lean in. Okafor in on the stop again. White was standing there, but Okafor into McDonald. Listen, we can talk about everything that we've seen from McDonald, but he may actually be more of adjusting his game to the power back running versus the breakout speed.
And I see him, a fully healthy back. He has really good size I want out of a running back. Once he gets to college, man, he's going to add on about 15, 20 pounds of muscle his freshman year. And he'll be a great power running back for somebody, some program. See, one thing about McDonald, the way he runs, man, he carries defenders when he runs, man. He keeps those legs churning. He is a powerful guy. He has a slender frame now in high school, but it's a lot of power behind that frame, man. I like him. Look at him. He got a big defensive lineman right there, and he's still churning those legs going forward, man. I like McDonald, man. I really do.
Ball on the 35-yard line. 3rd down and about 3. Mario with a PA here at McEachern, getting the crowd fired up with that long 3rd down, and they ring that bell. 3-3-5 defense. Stand up short throw to Nickel to tie it in, and it is complete for a 1st down. Well, let's check it. Is that Mathis, 85? Nope, that is Nickel, 86. Jack Nickel, his first reception, and he's got him a 1st down.
And see, here's something McEachern's doing. McEachern is giving such a wide cushion. They're giving a deep cushion. So if you notice, all these underneath routes are open. All these little 5-yard stops, they're open for Milton. And Farrell is just picking them apart. He's just throwing it, bam, hitting it. And then when they got that deep route down the field, that was because of the respect for those underneath routes.
Going to take it, and they're going to flip it to the back. That's Adam Freeze, and he's going to get hit by Okafor again. Man, Okafor is just absolutely everywhere. Playing with heart, hustle, and muscle. 34.
And one thing he's doing, he is playing his position. He's not being fooled by any action going away from him. He's breaking down, waiting on stuff to come back to him. Once he sees it's not coming back to him, then he will attack, and then he will go. But great job of breaking down, staying home, staying in your position to make that tackle, man.
I'm about to get in trouble.
Don't get in trouble, Joe.
I'm trying not to. Shotgun, Farrell back looking dump off. It is going to be complete to Freeze on the inside screen. Okafor again in on the stop, flag down, though. Let's check a penalty.
I think we got a legal motion or something that's in that backfield. Maybe a legal formation. I'm not quite sure. They might not have enough men on the line.
7-0 Lowndes is leading Valdosta.
I didn't even see what the referees called, but they're going back the other way.
Yeah, I didn't. He's been very quick with the call. I'm with you.
He made that call. He might have made it to himself, man.
No,
I didn't see what he called.
But here's the thing: he went back 10 yards, so had to be a hold. And the ball goes back to the 21-yard line. 1:45, second quarter, 16-7, Milton with the lead. McEachern defense, though, I will say, versus a week ago, you can see the improvement. Fires it out, complete to McDonald. Okafor missed him, and then Barber got there and got him. And knocked him down. Rene Barber III in on the stop. Okafor was there to slow him down initially, though.
But see, here's a talent that you want out of your running back. The first man never brings you down. Look at that stiff arm. Look at that stiff arm. The first man never brings down McDonald, and that's why I like him so much as a running back. You know, look at this stiff arm, straight on the helmet. Get down. And Okafor's no little guy. Okafor's no chump. Okafor's been around here making tackles, flying around. He's no easy guy to push down like that. Love that out of that McDonald kid, man. He's going to be playing on Saturday someplace real big, man. I like the way he plays this game.
McEachern allowed almost 400 yards rushing last week, 398 yards rushing to Newton. And Rontavious Perry was accounting for 3 touchdowns and 177 yards of that. They almost allowed 500 yards of total offense. Other than the big play on the 63-yard touchdown pass, they have not allowed big chunks. Mm-hmm. Now, Milton was getting 5, 6, 7 yards, which could be considered chunks, but they've kind of stymied that and held them. Milton has had to punt the football a number of times tonight.
You know, the defense, you know, sometimes when you just get chewed up like you did the week before, the coaches come in there in that film room and they chew you up again. You know, so now it's a matter of pride for the McEachern Indian team, man. They don't want to feel that embarrassment. They don't want to feel that butt cutting like they felt last week. So now they're stepping up as a team.
Take it, fake it, Farrell back looking, and he's going to go long. He's got a man again behind the defense, but this one was short and underthrown. It still was intended for DeBron Gatlin, and there defensively was Michael White.
And see, here's the thing. If you're going to play man-to-man, you have to be an athlete enough to cover your man-to-man. And if Farrell puts that where it needs to put, he's still running on that play because he had a step on. Look, he had a step. He had 2 steps on him. If you're going to play man-to-man, you better be a man.
This is a vital, pivotal moment in the game. McEachern has 1 timeout remaining, 1:16 to go, and Kalen Webb is going back to return the punt.
Looks like they got everybody up there, too. Let's see if they fall off.
Take it. No, they're coming to get it. And they almost blocked it. Angle it off. Webb at the 45, 50, 45, 40. Going to cut in. Webb. He's got blocking. He gets back 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Caleb Webb. We talked about the special teams.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you before the show? I said, don't get caught up in the Webb. This guy is exciting. He is one of the best receivers in the state of Georgia. He does so much when he touches the ball, man. Just look at the size. Look at this guy, man. Breaks all the way to the other side of the field. And you see he has that wall of blockers on that side. And there you go, man. A beautiful punt return for a touchdown by Caleb Webb.
55 yards, Caleb Webb. I called it earlier, and he came through and hit it now, and they needed it. A big swing, snap, hold, and they're going to go for 2 and throw it and get it, I think.
No, couldn't pull it in.
I like the fake, though.
I don't like it. Why?
16-13, still a 3-point game.
Why?
Still a 3-point
But you
game.
don't need the fake on this one. You don't need 2 points on this one, not yet. You don't need 2
he
points.
had his hands on it, though.
But you still don't need 2 points this early.
I like it. Take momentum when you get it. You get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. I like the shot. I like it.
The fact that you get the ball back is why you don't need it.
No, whenever you have an opportunity to take momentum and to continue to build on momentum, and he took a shot. It's not a death sentence right now with it being 16-13. Did the snap bobble? No, that was a design play.
That was a design fake.
Like it.
That was a fake.
I like it because you're trying to go and get even more momentum before the end of the half. 1:03 left to go. Well, 16-13, Caleb Webb.
And here's the thing. Every time I think Milton is going to go ahead and pull this thing on away and start to pull away, McEachern comes right back out. They come right back with a strong defensive stand, aided by some penalties, forcing Milton way back, and then that beautiful punt return. This McEachern team, a lot of pride out of these Indians down here. They're not going to go down. Not here at home.
All right, let's see.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Welcome back inside Walter Cantrell Stadium. 103 to go, 16-13. The stadium, the fans are feeling pretty good. The press box is jumping. It's a Friday night in Powder Springs off Macklin Road. The kickoff, they squib it, and now it bounces and Freeze feels it at the 25. He's looking like he doesn't know what to do, and he leans up to the 32-yard line, and that's where Milton will take over. So Milton had to go on a punt last possession, and it was 55 yards in return for Webb for a touchdown. 2-point conversion failed.
Now here's the thing: if you're Milton, do you kneel it or do you try to go into the halftime? Me, I'm a gunslinger, Joe. You know, I'm going for the points.
Yeah, but you didn't like McEachern.
I don't like him going for 2, but I'm talking about we're in the open field. Hey, let's keep this thing wide open.
Shotgun snap, 5 wide receivers. Farrell looking, gonna fire it, and he's gonna be complete to Jonathan Murray. He's gonna be hit. Gang tackle there. Daniel James out in the open field. Murray, the fine basketball player.
Now look out for Denver right here. If you notice, look out for that draw play. If you notice how McEachern, they have a 3-man front, and these linebackers are bailing out.
Take it, stands up, fires, and it's gonna be complete. Sliding down, got a first down. Went into Gatlin again on the completion.
See, that middle of the field's wide open.
Timeout call, 29 seconds to go. Milton has 2 timeouts remaining. Now they've got a pretty good kicker in Felipe Mata, the junior. So if they could get in range, remember McEachern will receive the second half kickoff. Right now, that safety sticking out there real big.
Mm-hmm. Huge.
16-13. Both quarterbacks each have a 1-yard touchdown run. And then for Milton, they've got a 64-yard touchdown pass to Gatlin, and then Caleb Webb. So Gatlin, the big playmaker for Milton with the long touchdown. Webb, the big playmaker for McEachern with a big play. It is our SUVtv football game of the week presented by HBCU League Pass. And we want to thank all of our proud sponsors. As you take a look at them at our beautiful split screen. Yeah, if you can believe that there are not a lot of fans here at the game, you don't realize this is the biggest high school football stadium in the state of Georgia, capacity seating-wise. No stadium is bigger than this one in the state of Georgia. And now here comes Farrell. Farrell is going to run 45, 50, 45, cut in 40. He's got a first down. The clock will stop right there, and now he leaned up and called the timeout.
Look at this on this sideline. Unnecessary block right here. I think they're going to call that one on Milton. All the way on the other side, all the way on this sideline.
And I'm glad you say that.
Look at that.
Oh, wait. You know what? That might be unsportsmanlike.
What happens is the second person always going to get the penalty. The second person, the guy who retaliates, he picks up the penalty. Let's run that one back on that wide view.
Because I was about to
look down here at the bottom.
Who is that? Oh, Gatlin.
Look at the bottom. See that hit to the head? That's what's going to get it every time, that hit to the head. And then you got all the McEachern coaches down here pointing at the Milton player. That's what it's the retaliation that always gets the penalty.
North Cobb has just put on another touchdown. It's 26-9.
And here's the thing. If that's 15 yards, going back the other way, that's going to take Milton out of field goal range. You know, let's see if they call it a double penalty. I'm not quite sure if they call it a double penalty or what.
Oh, it would be offsetting.
Yeah, offsetting fouls.
But they marched them behind the sticks. Coach Stevens is sitting here, and the officials are talking. He's talking, and now he wants the
it was like he's throwing his fist. Look like he wanted somebody ejected.
Let's see. It'll be a personal foul on Milton.
Oh, did you see the reaction?
Personal foul. Oh, it's going to be offset.
I told you. I saw
well,
it.
It's still advantageous for McEachern, though, because that big play is wiped out. When you think about it, they would have been 1st and 10 inside the 40.
That's true. That's true.
And
you lose the time off the clock.
Exactly. But they also had called a timeout, but the timeout gets waved off because of the flag to stop the clock. And you lost the time as well. I want to know what Coach Stevens is saying. Whatever it is, he's okay with it. Coach Franklin Stevens.
Now Coach Clack's on the sideline.
Yeah, Coach Clack, now he wants his explanation.
Now, wait a minute, you got a lot of applause over there on that side.
No, that's a let's go.
A let's go.
Yeah, that's what that is. They put the ball back now on the 44-yard line. It will be 1st down. I absolutely love the down marker.
Yeah, that electronic down marker, yeah.
Beautiful, because you're sitting up here in this beautiful press box. Take it now, 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And they got 3 down on the line, 1 standing, do the ending defensively. Take it, Farrell. He's going to take off and run. 45, 50, stiff arm, 45, and he's going to tiptoe out of bounds at the 40-yard line with 12 seconds to go. Now, you were talking earlier, everything in the middle of the field. I would do that now because you've got timeouts, and all you need about 15, 20 yards for a first down.
But see,
for a good field goal shot.
Here's my thing. A pass to the middle of the field doesn't quite work because those linebackers are dropping back into that curl zone right here. What he's doing, he's breaking down, he's dropping back, not seeing anything and tucking it and running, and those linebackers can't get to him because he's just too fast.
5 wide receivers and an empty set now. 3-3-5 defensively. Take it. Farrell, quick drop. Looks, nothing there. Looks. Now got to fire. Wide open. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 1 second. They're going to run out of time.
He didn't get down in time. You got to have – and see, the clock's not on in the far end zone. He can't see the clock in the far end zone, so he didn't know when to get down.
But now, he should have got down anyway.
Coach Clack was calling for timeout over here on the sideline. They're saying they had 1 second. Now, true enough, they had 1 second left. Milton had 1 second when he went down. Let's see what the referee calls. Let's see what the referee calls. Now I got to put my finger up to the AD, and I'm gonna have to put the AD out the press box over here, interrupting my broadcast. Let's see what the officials say on this one right here. Is he gonna? Yep, he's gonna hold it up. He's gonna call it into half.
Into the half.
He's gonna call it into half.
And that was the correct call. A good half though. Milton and McEachern, the SUVtv football Friday night, presented by HBCU. Joe Hilsman, Sylvester Williams. Man, the second half's going to be pretty good. Milton, 16-13 on McEachern at the half.
I'm really not looking forward to calling this credit repair company.
Fresh meat for the monthly fee grinder.
Whoa, check this out. With Credit Versio, you can do everything yourself without having to call someone, and it's easy and fast. Sweet. Credit Versio scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts hurting your credit, and creates powerful dispute letters. This is way faster and cheaper than paying a credit repair company. That was easy. I can do this.
Oh, it was terrible. I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Nope. Empty roll.
So what happened?
Well, we started buying Charmin Super Mega Roll.
Whoa,
that's huge.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 rolls in one and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad you were rescued, Dad.
Me too. It was a huge relief.
Enjoy the go with Charmin, guaranteed to fit or your money back.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
You work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
When you don't feel like working and you still got to go to work, that's the grind. And that's what you have to do sometimes.
When you choose to put in the work and embrace the journey, success has no choice but to find you.
Bubs, come here. I want to see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. with the varsity.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, you made it.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Tamara Brown with SUVtv at the CP3 Rising Stars Camp.
SUVtv's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision, presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUVtv.
SUVtv brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there, but with SUVtv, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country.
Those angles make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality, nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member lives in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUVtv has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think is always interesting.
Touchdown.
Oh, yes, sir. It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Dayton Avian Williamson at the buzzer. That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining us.
give it up for both marching band for a great performance for halftime.
Joe Hilsman and Sylvester Williams, glad that you're back here with us. Walter Cantrell Stadium. It is a 16-13 Milton lead. Slide a very interesting first half. We saw a little bit of everything, but I think the thing that stood out to me most impressively outside of the big play was the McEachern defense.
Yeah, the McEachern defense surprised me. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't expect that defense to hold so strong against this Milton offense, man. But these guys stepped up. Milton came down that first drive with that big return and then that quick strike into the end zone. And then it just seems like that Milton defense kind of bowled up. I mean, that McEachern defense kind of bowled up or manned up, as I like to say. They manned up and stepped up to the occasion. Now, they gave up the long touchdown pass, but other than that, the McEachern defense has surprised me.
Kalen Webb, of course, we knew we would see something special from him. A 55-yard punt return at the end of the half, pulls it to 16-13, and McEachern gets the ball back again. I think that's just the beginning for Caleb Webb.
Yeah, he is just such a dynamic player, man. What I like about him, you look at his size, man. He has that next level size. He has that next level speed, and he runs through contact, man. He's a tough guy. Hey, man, this guy is exciting, man. He is Mr. Excitement down there.
Entered the ball game just under 400 yards receiving. He has surpassed that now in the early going as we get ready for the second half. McEachern will be receiving the second half kickoff. And I wanted to chart it right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4 Milton punts in that first half.
And that's just strong defense from McEachern, man. These guys are rising to the occasion. That Okafor kid, oh my goodness, he's all over the field, man. I love the way it just seems like every other tackle we're saying 34, 34, 34.
Yeah, Okafor is special, man.
Now, he took the wrong end of that one. He took the wrong end of that one. But, hey, I like how he got back up off of it, you know. He took that stiff arm. There he goes. Look at him break down, make that tackle on the outside, man. He has been a stalwart out there, man. I like that Okafor kid. But I want to see more of McDonald. If I'm Milton, I need to see more of McDonald this half, man. Just give it to my horse. Give it to my horse.
16-13, Milton with the lead.
And you know who's been quiet? That defensive front from Milton has been quiet.
Very much with A.J. Crawford and L.T. Overton. They forced McEachern into a couple of 3-and-out situations. But at the end of the day, they still have been relatively quiet for that talk.
And now we figure out summer conditioning. You figure out if it works. You know, that Milton defensive line, man, these guys are hustlers. They just keep coming at you. Let's see if that McEachern offensive line can keep up with that second half spurt for this Milton defense.
The kickoff will go into the end zone.
I love it.
By Felipe Mata. And the McEachern Indians will start first down and 10. They'll be at their own 20-yard line, trailing by 3. Failed PAT on a 2-point conversion after the Kalen Webb touchdown. And then a snap over the punter's head into the end zone for a safety. So those are the 3 special team points, basically, that are the difference in the ballgame.
Joe, well, I'll tell you something, the next one. I'll tell you something, the next one about why you want a kicker who can put it in the end zone. Let me
Bryce Archie will come out of the shotgun. He'll take it and give it to Brown, and Archie dropped the ball. He faked it, and he's going to recover it, but it'll be a loss of 4 or 5 back to the 15, second down and long.
Yeah, here's the thing about this Milton defensive front, man. A.J. Crawford, he's not going to let you make a mistake. See, if you make a mistake, that ball hits the ground, you're giving him an extra second. And if he gets the extra second to get in the backfield, that's just too much time for A.J. Crawford.
Take it and going to fake it and give it off to Brown. Brown across the 20 up to the original line of scrimmage and up to the 24-yard line. Robert Billings, who's got an interception in the contest, comes away with the stop. So it'll be third down now.
See, I like that. The offensive line kind of fanned out blocking. They pushed the defensive tackle. They let him run upfield to the outside, and they pushed that defensive tackle inside. The defensive end, they pushed him outside and let the defensive tackle go inside, and they just found the sliver.
Archie in trouble, firing. The receiver, Nelson, was open, but the throw was low and skipped off the turf. And it'll be 3 and out for the McEachern Indians, and they'll have to punt the football away.
And look at Crawford going behind the quarterback, then coming back up and putting pressure on the backside. He caused that bad throw. Crawford had a piece of the shoulder pad when he tried to attempt the pass. So good job by Crawford out there.
I like how Archie stepped up, but again, that pressure was on him, and that throw was low.
See, you know, that's a next-level move by a quarterback to step up in the pocket instead of trying to run around the outside.
Archie punts it. Fair catch by Freeze. Adam Freeze with it.
And now to the punt, number 8, Adam Freeze.
Some of the college coaches who are in attendance are now up in the press box. So for Milton, they will take over now on their own 44-yard line.
You know, one of my favorite things about being a high school player, man, you look over the sideline, you look and see what college vests, what college pullovers are up there in the crowd watching you play, man. Love the recruiting process in high school.
3 receivers now to the left. It'll be 3 down on the line for the Indians. Milton all in white tops, white bottoms, red numbers. They're moving right to left. And they send McDonald in motion, and there's going to be a flag down, and will there be early movement somewhere?
Yeah, somebody got an early start on that one. Anytime referee stops it before the play starts, got some movement up front.
McEachern, the home team, blue tops, Vegas gold numbers, white trim, Vegas gold hats, and Vegas gold pants. They've got Indians trimmed in blue down the side. For the McEachern Indians, Powder Springs, Georgia, glad that you're with us, no matter where you are. The SUVtv.com, 16-13. So Devin Farrell, the Virginia Tech commit, will walk the Eagles up to the free throw line, up to the line of scrimmage. Ball is on the 39 now. Take it and going to give it off to McDonald, who's angling to the right. McDonald to the 45, to the 50, and it'll be run out of bounds across the way. He was chased down by Tyshawn Cash, who's back into the contest, and also Daniel James out of the sophomore defensive back, pushing him out of bounds.
See, I like that. That's a nice run for McDonald to get McDonald going. You know, just fast, strong upper body. And what happens when you get McDonald going downhill, those safeties start to step up, and now you'll have one-on-one coverage on the outside.
2nd down now. They've got Freeze in motion. They give it to Freeze. It's a rushing play. Try to string him outside. Good blocking outside on the edge by number 88, Jonathan Murray, the basketball player. He had good blocking. It was good enough, though, to let Freeze get in and get a first down up to the 45, so they overcame the penalty and moved the sticks and get a first down. Look at 88 blocking on Okafor.
Yeah, good job by the big man out there. Look at the post player out there blocking. And, you know, he's giving you a real block, not one of those little wide receiver blocks where he just stands in front of you, man. He got both hands inside of the shoulder pads. Good job by Murray on the outside.
3 receivers are to the right. 4 receivers are to the right. Now take it. The tight end, Nickel, is releasing to the left. That's where they were going. They took it away, so the play broke down. So Farrell has to use his legs, and they're going to wrap him up right there back at the line of scrimmage. That's the one thing I didn't like. Tyshawn Cash in on the stop. He was going for Nickel, the only receiver who was out to the left. That was his only read. Once that read was there, it was freestyle football.
You know, we like to call that a coverage sack on defense, man. Good job by the cornerbacks to cover up the tight end and take away his only option. But here's the thing, and this is why I don't like one-man routes. You got to have a backup. You got to have a backup option out there for the quarterback.
Yeah, and it was good defense. We've talked about at length how well McEachern defense has done. McDonald angling out again, 40. He's got a first down, 35. James had to jump on his back. Was at 13 or 15. Maybe Warnock. Yeah, Warnock. Cordell Warnock, the defensive back, a sophomore in on a tackle. McDonald. Now, here's the thing. I like him getting outside. We've seen 2 good runs. He's not putting that ball in his outside hand.
Yeah. See, look at him. He has to make that switch. As soon as he hits that corner, he has to make that switch because pretty soon a defender's going to come over and put a helmet right there on that ball and strip that thing away.
Going to take it now and give it off to the back. He comes in as Canyon in on the run, and they're going to push him back, and nothing doing there. They got Canyon, who's a cornerback and a running back, and he gets that carry
Yeah, not much going over here on that left side of the line for Canyon. Good penetration by the McEachern defense. You know, when you get those defensive linemen to get 1 yard in the backfield and they clog up those running lanes for the running backs, man, good job by the defense of just clogging up those running lanes.
Milton trying to move it. Second down now. Behind the stick, so it's second down and 11. Out of the gun is Farrell. He's going to take it, fake it, stand up, and now he's going to take off a run and shoot ahead and get about 4 yards. Kind of old Statue of Liberty type action right there. Renee Barber III in on the stop again, number 25.
He wanted to throw it. He had that one look. They were running that skinny slant route on the inside. They ran about 3 yards and slanted toward the post, but it wasn't there. It was good coverage by the cornerback to the outside. But that's one of those things, man. You want to have more than one option out there for the quarterback.
Third down, 6. Look at that big offensive line, left to right, big number 66'6", and squats in there, Ben Hartman, a valuable member of the offensive line. Give it to McDonald, straight ahead, jump, lean forward, first down, Jordan McDonald.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this kid, man. I'm a big fan of McDonald. The way he runs downhill, he just keeps going, man. And once again, anytime there's any excitement for Milton, the McEachern AD comes over here and says, no.
Take it, and they give it off to McDonald, leaning to the left behind Big Hartman, and he's running, and he's going to be down to about the 11-yard line. Did they fumble the ball? A lot of whistles, I don't think so. Well, now let's see.
Nah, it's still going to be Milton ball. Let's see, did he drop it toward him?
Who was that on the pull? I said Hartman nickel out blocking. Oh, big Tyler Williams, 74. I haven't called his name. He's going to pull. Watch Williams pull. Boom, right there. And McDonald follow right behind him. Spinning it. They're going to be first down, second down, and about 2. Maybe 3, 7.5. Long drive right now, milking for the Eagles. Take it, high snap, McDonald. They've been riding McDonald, and right now he's just running it right at McEachern, and he's taking a page out of the Newton Ram book from last week. First down, goal to goal inside the 5 to the 4, and Milton is just knocking on the door now.
Now look out for that read option. Last time they got this close, they ran that read option, and Farrell just walked straight into the end zone. You know, you got McDonald doing all the heavy lifting, man. Everybody, all eyes are on McDonald. So look out for Farrell to walk into the end zone.
Farrell is out of the gun. The Virginia Tech commit takes it, gives it to McDonald. McDonald leans in, 5-4, put his pass down close to the goal line. They're going to mark him just shy of the goal line. So right now you can expand. Now a late flag came in. Let's see.
Yeah, somebody came in and threw a little, you know, anytime you get a flag like that up underneath the pile, somebody did a little bit of extracurricular activity down there.
Let's see what happened. McDonald, who's been the workhorse on this drive. I didn't see anything extra. At least I didn't see it there, but
let's see what we see in the overhead view.
They're talking
because it came in real late.
Very late. And if it's a flag just for trash talk, then I'm a little concerned. Clearly they stopped him. And they are going to pick up the flag. Unsportsmanlike on McEachern, so half the distance, so it really doesn't mean anything. They gave him another 2 inches. First down, goal to goal. And McDonald to the left, nickel to tight end out of that H-back spot. Take it, they give it to McDonald, touchdown. Right ahead, Jordan McDonald. And that caps a big, long, healthy, so 44, 56-yard touchdown drive.
McDonald to the left, McDonald to the right, McDonald up the middle. I'm telling you, man, you got to feed that horse. You got to feed him, man. He is a horse, and he has to keep on eating, man. I love the way this kid runs that ball.
10 plays and 56 yards, and it's capped by a 1-yard touchdown run from Jordan McDonald, and he did a lot of the lifting on that drive. And they had to come from behind the sticks, too, so they've got more offensive yards than the drive will give them. The snap, the hold, the kick from Mata is up, and the kick is good. It's still a one-possession game, though. Milton with a 21-13 lead on McEachern. 7:01 to go, third quarter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
It is not a one-score game. It is 22-13. They still had the 21 up when I looked on the board.
That's why you go for the one instead of going for the two.
7:01 to go, third quarter, and Mata will kick it off. And it is fielded at the 5-yard line. Dropped it, picked it up, now moves to the 10 to the 15, up to the middle, got a wedge, and coming through is Daniel James on the return. So McEachern will start now. They put it down on the 25-yard line. They're on 25, trailing 22-13.
See, another reason, Joel, I told you I was going to say it on the next kickoff. The reason you want a kicker who can put it in the end zone, and I love the high school rule, you can put it in the end zone, because that way you can give your Rudy a chance to play. You know, you can give your high GPA kid on the team. You get the kid who tries really hard but doesn't quite have the athletic ability out there to play. Put him out there on the kickoff team if you know everything's going in the end zone.
First down for McEachern, and they'll get about 2 yards, maybe 3. Was that Brown on the carry? Yes, it was. We have seen a lot of Jalon Brown and not Makari Bodiford today. Archie looking, gonna fire. It is complete. Webb, first down at the 35 to the 36-yard line. A lot of number one, but who's gonna help him? Because A.J. Nelson.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another Dirty South cue. First down.
I like it, Mario. I like it.
See, they're giving him so much respect. Look how far they play off of Webb on that line of scrimmage.
Lowndes has a 21-0 lead on Valdosta in the third. Archer 31-0 on Dunwoody at the half. Archie gonna fire long behind the D, and it's gonna be incomplete. Just not enough on it. Good defense. Bryce Thornton back out in coverage. Could not see who the intended receiver was, but Archie did not have enough arm. He was going for Nelson, A.J. Nelson. Savion West has been targeted one time. Colquitt County 45-7 on Northside Warner Robins.
Flag on play.
Northside
Warner Robins.
And Warner Robins, they call him Northside.
Colquitt County 45, Northside Warner Robins 7. I'm not in Warner Robins.
They take offense to that.
Archie, fine. They ought to understand it's a common name school. It is complete. They're not the only Northside high school in the state of Georgia. First down to Webb. Webb is across midfield, and McEachern is on the move.
Another battle of the undefeateds. Collins Hill up 21-0 over East Coweta.
No surprise there. East Coweta in this region with McEachern. It is McEachern, Campbell, Noonan, Pebblebrook, and East Coweta. Pebblebrook remaining undefeated as well.
Explain the tie for me, Joe. Can you explain that?
I can.
Oh, you know that drove me crazy.
Back, looking, gonna fire. Long, he's got Webb. 10, caught it at his hands. 5 for him down, Caleb Webb.
I love a receiver who goes there and he catches it with his hands. Look at him adjust. He will adjust to the in the air. Look at him slow down, adjust with his hands. Puts it up there with both hands and pulls it in. See, I keep saying next level, but that's the definition of a next level kid. A kid who can adjust while on an underthrown ball and catch it with his hands, man. Good job.
First down and goal to goal for the McEachern Indians. Can they get a touchdown now? Trailing 23-13. Scoreboard been jacked up all day. Got us messed up too. It's 23-13 after the touchdown and an extra point. 5:15 to go. I got a joke for the McEachern staff over here in a minute. Take it, give it to Brown. Brown hit. Paulie stuck his right shoulder in him and pushed him back. Paulie has been in on a number of plays. And Paulie, they better leave us alone and worry about the score being right. 23-13, because now you know them folks in Milton. And you know we're talking with two very, very elite schools. Man in motion is Webb. They're going to take it, roll the pocket, going to try to throw it to him. He's not there. Forced it. Thornton read that all the way. They tried to bring him in motion toward the ball and then come and flag him back out toward the pylon. Incomplete. 3rd down goal now.
Yeah, Thornton was sitting there waiting on that one. A little bit it's too tight of a window to put that one in. You got to throw it to him up top, man. You got to send him on that fade, that corner fade.
That, and I don't like that play to the short side
to the short side of the field. You need that to the wide side of the field.
3rd down, goal to goal. The Indians are on the 5-yard line. Check it. 4th down, goal to goal. And they're going to try that field goal now with Wynn. So Archie will hold it. It's at the 12. And Milton is looking for a prevent. They're in a safe. Snap, hold, kick, up. Oh, man, Wynn kick is good. And it is 23-16. It's a 7-point ball game with 4:33 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Good answer from the McEachern Indians. Oh. 26-13. The Webb pass set it up. Quick timeout right here.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit creditversio.com.
McEachern kicking it off. Low on the ground. They're going to get on it at the 25 and get hit immediately there. 23-16, 4:27 3rd quarter. Sly, McEachern still in the football.
It's still plenty of football left. 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. McEachern's defense, they have been strong. I mean, they gave up 3 touchdowns, but I think that last drive, McDonald just got it going. He's found his rhythm, he's found himself, and he's just running downhill right now. Let's see how he responds. Let's see how McDonald responds. And once again, once McDonald gets to going downhill, you're going to see those safeties start to sneak up. And once those safeties start to sneak up, you're going to see some stuff over the top.
McDonald bouncing outside to the 30, to the 35, and he ran over a man and got a 1st down. Big boy football there, Jordan McDonald, 1st down.
I tell you, man, he uses that hit stick, man. He uses that truck stick, man. Look how he runs. Look how he lowers his shoulder, running behind his pads, man.
Oh, Daniel James.
He felt the wrong end of that run right there.
He might wind up on IG on that.
But he brought his man down, though.
He surely did. He got the tackle. And McDonald still did not put that ball in the outside hand. Take that snap, and they'll give it off, and here comes Mazawatsky, and he's going to get hit and jumped on the back immediately. Number 4. No, check it. Number 9. Yeah, number 9 came in on the stop. Lance Watkins, the junior defensive lineman, with the stop. When you look up and down the McEachern roster, you see junior, sophomore. It is not a very, very experienced football team. Just a handful of seniors. So the thing with Coach Franklin Stevens, if he can continue to get them to buy into the program, continue to get the junior varsity and the 9th graders and the 8th graders ready, this could be lining up for a couple of good run here for the McEachern Indians. Outside goes Cam Chanyon. Kenyon is going to pull away from a man. Poor tackling again, a prime example of what Coach Stevens was frustrated with in their effort last week defensively. It goes out of bounds, but it'll be a first down for the Milton Eagles.
And look at Cam. He gets to the outside, and the nice blocking downfield by the receivers. Look at the big tight end out there blocking down. He blocked two different people on that play. You love a big tight end that can go down the field and block for you like that. You know, that's why he's going to be in the Big Ten next year.
Warner Robbins, 28-16 on Lee County. 23-16 here, 3:25 to go. Farrell in the shotgun, takes it, fakes it, stands up, fires a seam route. The nickel pop, complete, go first down inside the 40 to the 36. The big tight end, Jack Nickel. A good stick there defensively from Warnock, but I'm not with all the celebrating right now.
See, I love that from the coach right there. Reward your big tight end. He was downfield. He blocked two people on that last play. Now reward him. Go right back to your big man and get him down that seam down the middle of the field. I like that.
Koday Warnock, fortunate he didn't get hit with a taunting penalty there. Take it, and they're going to give it to Chanyon. And Chanyon going to go through it, and you leaning, spinning. He's still on his feet inside the 30 to the 27. You made mention of McDonald in that previous drive from Milton. And I want to go ahead and add to it late. Now, this is a big drive defensively from McEachern, but Milton showing, look, we're going to come right back at you.
Come right back at you.
They're going to go one receiver to the right and one to the left.
And McDonald hadn't been back in the game since he ran that guy over.
He has not. Shotgun snap, take it, fake it. Farrell looking, gonna throw on a seam, got a man caught, touchdown. Right down the middle, Gatlin with his second touchdown reception of the day. This one from 27 yards, and they answered back just like that.
He had three receivers wide open. I think all three receivers who went downfield were wide open on this play. I'm talking about he could just pick who he wanted to give it to.
And a little seam route. He beat White, who he beat earlier, so Gatlin is winning that matchup in the secondary. Beautiful tight spiral. Caught him in stride. The Gatlin. And it is now 29-16.
And here's the thing. Michael White knows what the back of Devon Gatlin's jersey looks like because he's been looking at it all night long. All night long, Gatlin's been running right by White all night.
Mata extra point is good, and it is 30-16 now. It's still a two-score game with 2:22 to go. The Milton Eagles leading the McEachern Indians.
You see, Head & Shoulders has scalp shield technology, protects against flakes even between washes. It's never not working.
Kind of like us. Number 15?
Never not working.
I don't like this one.
Me neither.
Let's get out of here.
Head & Shoulders scalp shield, never not working.
Joe Hilsman and Sylvester Williams, glad that you're back here with us. Walter Cantrell Stadium. And right now, the Eagles are beginning to soar. They've scored on the last two possessions. And quite frankly, Sly, they've looked unstoppable.
They looked unstoppable. This running game has just picked up. And like I told you, once they can run the ball, those safeties start to sneak up. Oh, the little pooch kick.
And they touched it and now have to recover it. And McEachern will start at the 27. Continue your point.
But when you start to run downhill, they have to respect these running backs. And these safeties will step up. They start to step up, and then they put themselves in one-on-one coverage. And now you have that seam route that's always going to be open. You have these outside fly routes. They'll be open. All of that is because your running game is working. Once you start to run downhill, it's hard to stop you.
So Archie will bring him out and see what it can do. He's got Webb out to his far left. West, number 9, top of your screen. He's only been targeted one time. Archie's in the gun. He's got Nelson in motion from left to right. Take it, fake it. Archie on a retreat, going to set up the screen to Brown. Brown can't get around. There was not good blocking out on the edge. He's tacking down Caleb Moran in on the stop, second down.
See, here's the thing. When you run that screen, you get those big guys out there in space. They're out there in the middle of nowhere. They have to maintain their block. See, right there, he didn't maintain his block, and then the defender, who was that, Moran? Moran came right up underneath and made the tackle. Good job by Moran of getting underneath that big guy and getting up there and making that tackle, man. That screen is either the best play in the world for an offensive lineman or it's the worst play.
Archie back, steps up, takes off the run, got away from one. He's going to angle and chased out of bounds again. Moran back-to-back stops defensively. It'll bring up third down and workable for the McEachern Indians.
And see, here's the thing. When they don't look on the side Webb is on, I don't think McEachern has completed a pass. When they don't look on the same side that Webb's on.
And Archie will be taken down again. Pressure coming in defensively. Wyatt Smalley, the defensive lineman, the junior, makes that stop. And it'll be fourth down for the Indians. And that is not the possession that Coach Stevens wanted from his offense, because right now the defense is on his heels.
They're on their heels, man. They're reeling and a bit defeated from the way Milton is just driving the ball straight down their throat. You know, you would want that defense just to get a little bit more time to rest before having to come out and face this Milton rushing attack.
Punts it away. Retreats, and it bounces and rolls, and we'll get a very good roll. Nice roll. And it'll be down at the 23-yard line.
You know, here at SUVtv, man, we love you guys out there in the chat room, out there talking to us, watching the game, man. We give shout-outs on SUVtv, man. Make sure you tweet us. Tweet us at SUVtv. Let us know what you think about tonight's game, man. Let us know who you think's the MVP out there so far tonight, man. Tweet us at SUVtv. Say something in the chat. We see you out there. Shamar Mills, who's out there? LSU repping the locker room. I love all these usernames, man.
Milton will take over on the 23-yard line. They've got two receivers out to the right, and they'll try now to put the ball game away. 58 seconds to go, third quarter. Take it and give it to the back, Mazowatsky, and he's going to get hit, but he's going to get a first down on big 10-yard bruising run. I wonder now if something happened with McDonald on that run.
Yeah, I think something may be wrong with McDonald, because I can't even spot him on the sideline anymore. I don't know where he is. You know, usually those offensive players waiting to come in, they're standing right behind the coach. But I don't even see him.
Markowitz now will get the carries. That was his second carry of the day. It'll be first down, clock running at 40 seconds remaining in a two-score ball game. And he gives it off to Mazowatsky again. He's going to lean forward up to the 39. Moskowitz in on the carry. And so it'll be second down if they decide to snap it again.
You call that kid about 4 different names, Joe. You gave him about 4 different names, man.
They're going to go ahead and snap it. 7 seconds, 6, 5. They're lining up to Farrell's got it. Now he's going to take it. Gives it off to Kenyon. Kenyon's going to go outside. The end of the quarter is here. He's still on his feet to the 40, 45, broke through 50, 45. Now we've got a block from the quarterback if he's coming. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. It's a big long run. 61 yards at the end of the third quarter by Cam Kenyon. Touchdown, Milton Eagles.
All the way back across the field. Look at them, just poor tackling. They got them bottled up on this side, couldn't bring them down. Bad tackling, and now it's just a great individual effort. All this is individual effort right here to get to the outside and just outrun your man. Poor tackling and great individual effort. That's a bad combination.
Cam Kenyon, but I love how Farrell came back and got into play. And White just didn't have enough speed. Poor Mike White, man. He's been all over the highlights tonight, but he made a great effort there at the end. And it is 36-16. The snap to hold. The kick is up. And the kick is going to be no good. So there's a special teams blunder from Milton. We go to the fourth quarter. Milton 36, McEachern 16 right here, SUVtv.
Time to call a credit repair company to fix my credit. Hold the phone, man. You can do it yourself with Credit Versio. That's way too hard. Call the credit repair company. Most credit repair companies only work on 1 or 2 accounts at a time, making it slow and expensive. You won't figure that out for months. Ignore him. Credit Versio's brilliant software scans all 3 credit bureaus, finds the accounts that are hurting your score, and guides you through the entire process. Anyone can do it. Let's fast forward and see the results. Wow, I fixed my own credit and saved hundreds. You can do this. Visit credit.
We open up the fourth quarter with Milton kicking off. They have a 20-point lead, 36-16. The thing is, they've scored on their last 3 straight possessions and have broken this ball game open. And we flip sides of the field to begin the fourth quarter. It will be Mata kicking it off. 12 minutes go up on the clock for the McEachern Indians. Mata kicks it off, end over end, and into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Indians will start on their own 20-yard line. They had a good drive and was able to come down and get a field goal to cut it to 23-16, but since then they've allowed a 27-yard touchdown pass that capped a 77-yard drive, and then they give up a 61-yard touchdown run that caps a 77-yard drive as well.
All right, Joe. We got our guy, Max Milton in the comments. He says it is Moskowitz. And the kicker's name is Mota. He got on us in that one. We got you, Max.
Archie back, gonna go inside screen. Is complete to the 25, and they're gonna get him up to the 30 and maybe to the 31-yard line. Almost a first down. That's Nelson in on the reception, so he catches the pass right there, A.J. Nelson. They'll take a receiver, Deshaun Thomas, and move him out to the right. Archie quickly working. He got Brown out to his right, gonna take it. Back looking, now moves to the right. Overton is chasing him, goes to the sideline, stop, now tried to dance on him, and then gonna run right out of bounds and pick up a short gain of maybe a yard. Now this official says, no, you're gonna lose a yard back to the 30.
And see, that's just indecision right there. You make that run all the way to the outside. No need to hold up, man. Just tuck it, get what you can get. Get upfield, make something positive out of that.
2 receivers each side. Archie looks, moves to the right, stops, has plenty of time. Now comes over, now gonna fire it.
He threw an interception.
Intercepted on the side, yes.
He threw it dead to him.
Late on the play, and Archie throws an interception, and it'll be Milton football. Tried to sidearm it in there, and an interception made on the play.
He threw it dead to him, Joe.
So Milton will take over. Interception in by Horton, Zyree Horton.
That's one of those great gifts you get right there from Horton.
This is the last non-region game for both teams. Take it, Farrell looking, got plenty of time, going for the kill shot. Open 10, 5 nickel will go in for a touchdown. And they just slammed the door on the McEachern Indians right there. Yeah. 42-16.
Look at the contact. Look at the contact in the back in the defensive backfield. They ran a crossing route. The wide receiver ran a post route, and the tight end ran a flag route, and the defenders ran into each other, and he was wide open down the middle, running toward that flag route.
4 straight possessions scored by touchdowns from the Milton Eagles, and they now try the extra point here in just a moment to extend that lead. And all of a sudden, 11-26 looks like a lot of time left in the ball game.
But see, here's the mark of a championship team right here. A championship team, they make the adjustments at halftime, and then they come out and they know how to shut the door on a team. They know how to go down there and what they like to say, put their foot on somebody's throat.
Snap in the hole, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. It is 43-16. Milton has ran away with it here in the second half. They have proved to be unstoppable, as McEachern has yet to stop them in this second half. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns, and a 42-16 lead with 11:26 to go. To 16 as Milton will kick it off end over end and into the end zone again, and the kicker is getting a workout.
Hey, we got a final. Westlake took out Shiloh 26-6. Westlake took out Shiloh. Big win for the guys down there in South Fulton.
Coffee County 10-7 on Camden County. They're getting late in the fourth quarter in a game that features 8 to 9 state championships between those two coaches. One of them has owned Florida, the other one has owned Georgia, and the other one is trying to get back on the map where he put them on the map. Stevenson has a 14-10 lead on Arabia Mountain. Arabia Mountain is driving with 85 seconds to go. Archie takes it, fires it off of the hands, incomplete. He was going for his receiver, Deshaun Thomas, second down. One play on that last drive.
Speaking of South Fulton, Creekside putting the beat down on Tri-Cities, 42-0 at the half.
2 receivers are to each side. Archie step back. Here comes Crawford with the pressure. Now a flag will be down. Archie's running. It'll come back for holding. He gets up to the 27, but this one will get pulled back.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours. You know, you're starting to feel the pressure from Crawford on the outside, then somebody else picks up and starts to grab and picks up the hold. Oh, got a young man down.
McEachern coming off of a 4-6 season last year in Franklin Stevens' second year. He had a losing season at 5-6 in the next to the last year when Kyle Hockman was the head coach. Milton, the non-region schedule had North Cobb, Life Christian Academy out of Virginia, St. Joe's out of Philadelphia, and the McEachern Indians. They jump into region play to conclude the regular season. Alpharetta, Etowah, Roswell, Woodstock, and Cherokee. And a lot of people are excited about that Roswell squad and maybe that Cherokee squad. Alpharetta, Etowah, and Woodstock don't have that much in region play. 5 straight playoff appearances from the Milton Eagles, and they are the 2018 7A state champs, and the quarterback of that team now is over at the North Avenue Trade School running the quarterback spot.
North Avenue Trade School. I just caught that North Avenue Trade School. Oh my goodness.
5 wide receivers back. Archie underneath, incomplete. Going to Thomas across the middle.
I'm not sure about that one. Anytime, I know it came in there fast, but it hit him in the hands. You know, it looks like he made a business decision on that one to pull those hands back, man. They got those alligator arms. You're supposed to pull that one down and catch it.
Webb can't do it all.
You got to catch it. You don't have to do it all. You just got to catch it.
I said Webb. because he's the part of their offense. Archie running. Now look at Archie to the 25. Got a block. 30, 35, 40. Archie stays on his feet and goes out of bounds at the 44.
Webb Mike can do it all. You see the block Webb laid out there on the outside?
Well, I think he can, but he can't be the only one is what I'm trying to say. Archie was patient, though. Good blocking out there. Take a look at our SUVtv instant replay. A minute gone by in this fourth quarter. Archie standing in the pocket, looking, and firing. It'll be high, and it is going to be
look
complete.
at that. He caught that.
Toe tapping on the sideline, complete for a first down.
Did you see that, man, Joe? Look at the control he had. He goes up high, catches it, and he plants his feet. Look at him. Pulls it down, plants both feet, too. Look at that, man. Hey, on whatever level you're coaching on or you're playing on, that's a legal catch, man.
Caleb Webb has had a fine night. He's got him a 55-yard punt return for a touchdown. He's got him a long catch that set up a field goal.
I think he's down over there, too. I think he might have landed wrong.
And he's just taking a break. Webb had a coming-out party in the Corky Kell Classic. And then win over Kell. Still a very, very good shot at McEachern, getting a playoff spot. Now, to go back to what you had asked me earlier, how do you get a tie? Well, Pebblebrook and Riverdale are non-region opponents. If they decide before the game that they are not going to play overtime, they can't change it once the game is tied.
And you know why I think that decision may have been made, because it was at Pebblebrook, am I right? I think it was at Pebble.
No, it was a Thursday night game, so it was at Riverdale.
It was in Riverdale.
So they played at Tar State.
Oh, they played at Tar. And see, I remember some years ago, Sandy Creek played a team from Florida. They played a team from Florida.
Don't get me started on that.
And that game ended in a tie because it was a Thursday night game.
But it was,
and I thought it was the midnight rule or the 11 o'clock.
It was the 11.
The 11 o'clock rule.
Don't get me started on that. I was at that game.
Yeah, and I thought
Plant, Florida, and Sandy Creek. Sandy Creek was number 10 in the nation. Plant was lower in the nation, and that technically went down as a loss for Sandy Creek because they had they blocked the Plant field goal, had the ball with 1 minute and 35 seconds, and they were driving. And the whistle, the ref blew the whistle, and nobody in the stand knew what happened, and they left the field. And that was just terrible.
Yeah. That's one of the things that blew my mind about Georgia football, because I remember maybe 15 years ago, I think Peachtree Ridge tied in the state championship game.
And you know where that game was played at?
Peachtree Ridge, I think.
Nope.
Where was it at? Oh, it was right here at McEachern?
Right here at McEachern.
Okay, I didn't remember who they played.
That was in 2006. Pass is complete.
Good
West
move.
with his first reception. West on his feet to the 20. West moving and got hit down to the 16-yard line. Savion West, his first reception. Yes, in 2006, Peachtree Ridge and Roswell tied in the state championship game in the last year that it was played before they moved it to the Georgia Dome, and that was played here.
And that's something I always found funny about Georgia football. How do you have games that end in a tie? Oh, look at that, wide open.
Caught, diving, pylon, touchdown, McEachern Indians. A good answer, a nice drive, 80-yard drive. Deshaun Thomas with the touchdown reception from 15 yards from Bryce Archie.
Still a lot of fight left in these Indians, man. A lot of fight. And one thing Milton's done, they're pulling off. They're not playing that aggressive up-close defense, and that's giving that little cushion, giving the cushion to the McEachern receivers, and they're taking full advantage of it.
Snap, hold, win, kick, up, and the kick is good. It is 42-23. There is 10.5 to go. Right here, SUVtv.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker. and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Oh, it was terrible. I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Nope. Empty roll.
So what happened?
Well, we started buying Charmin Super Mega Roll.
Whoa,
that's huge.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 rolls in one and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad you were rescued, Dad.
Me too. It was a huge relief.
Enjoy the go with Charmin, guaranteed to fit or your money back.
Yeah, Joe, you know I'm a big believer, man. Overtime in high school, man. Hey, Kansas City shootout. Put it on the 25 or the 30, whichever one, and let's go.
Now, I'm a fan of overtime. I want the format changed. I've never liked the format either. Take it to the 15, out to the 20, to the 25. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to be careful in how I say this. This is football. This is not baseball. We don't take turns. We can have overtime. Play it like a regular quarter.
And see, here's the thing, because you may never score. You know what I'm saying? You may never score. But when you put them in that Kansas City shootout, somebody's going to score. Somebody, you're there. Because if you got a defensive battle and you're expecting the team to drive the whole length of the field, and they hadn't done it all game, it's not going to happen.
Well, play it like a regular quarter, and after the end of that quarter, if you're still tired, you go home. That's why I like the NFL. We're going to play for another quarter. If don't nobody score, we leave out of here with a tie. I don't like altering the game rules. I don't like it in college. Going from the 25, now you got to go for 2 after the second overtime because you're trying to make the game. No, line it up and just play another quarter.
Joe, my sister is gorgeous, but I don't want to kiss her. And that's what a tie is. A tie is kissing your sister. This ain't Alabama, baby. Ain't no kissing your sister going on. Hey, you got to have a winner. You get out here to winner. Hey, I don't even like my son's Little League when they didn't keep score. I want to see a winner.
I am with you, but at the same time, if you play a whole nother quarter, in football, you can have a tie. Ties don't bother me in football. Going out to the left, and he's going to get hit and pulled down as he moves outside on the carry.
All right. You keep saying in football, but I'm saying in sports. You would throw your headset, you would run out on the field, try to.
Soccer has draws all the time.
In basketball, you would run out on the court if somebody said tie in basketball, Joe.
Because it doesn't make sense in basketball. Basketball is a quicker paced game. You should never end basketball in a tie.
Same thing with football. If you put them in that Kansas City shootout, it's a quicker
But in
pace
basketball
game.
in overtime, you play the rules the same way as the game itself. That's the difference. The game is still played the same. There's not an alteration to the style that the game is played in a basketball overtime. It's just a shortening of the clock. You just don't play as many minutes.
Let's throw this to our fans, man. Throw this to the fans. Y'all tweet us, man. Tweet us at SUVtv. Tweet Joel at JHealsMe.
Don't tweet me about it because you're not going to like my response.
Tweet me at Slider Sports Guy, man. How you feel about a tie in football, man?
I don't care about a tie in football. We're talking about the overtime. I'm tired of seeing the ball at the 15 and then at the 25 in college. Play it like it's a normal quarter. Because you're altering how the game is played because it's overtime. Shotgun snap. Here comes Farrell. Take it. Fake it. Now they know he gives it off to the back. Now that's Canyon. Canyon going to get hit, pop, driven back. Neal in on the stop defensively. Cameron Neal with the stop.
And, this McEachern defense, they're waking up, man. And, we still need to find out what's going on with McDonald, man, because McDonald has been nowhere to be seen since he ran that guy over. He ran a guy over, and you hadn't seen him since.
Clock running, 7:45 to go. Glad that you've been with us here at SUVtv Football, presented by the HBC Youth League Pass. 2 receivers are out to the left, and now a timeout called by Coach Clack and the Milton Eagles. They play out of Region 5, 7A. The McEachern Indians playing out of Region 2, 7A. So potentially they could meet in the playoffs somewhere along the line, depending on how the predetermined bracket is set. Final non-region game for the McEachern Indians. And they jump into region play next week, in 2 weeks, against Campbell, Noonan, East Coweta, and Pebblebrook. And you think about it, the coaching prowess in this region, Howie DiCristofano, now the head coach at Campbell, previously came from Milton. Noonan, Chip Walker, won his championships at Sandy Creek. John Smalls now at East Coweta, going back to Gwinnett. He's from South Gwinnett. And then Pebblebrook has Leroy Hood, who was very, very successful in a short stint at Turner County. So good coaching inside of Region 2, 7A in the state of Georgia. And it's a 5-10 region, so you've got 5 fighting for 4 spots in the state tournament and the state playoffs.
But, you know, I think East Pebblebrook, you know, I said East Pebblebrook. East Coweta and Pebblebrook are just big surprises for me. I did not see Pebblebrook making the stands that they're making on their football team. Ooh, a little bit of movement up front.
That Clipper falling out of his stance. The big Tennessee commit number 56, Mo Clipper Jr. Good basketball player as well for the McEachern, for the Milton Eagles.
You don't want to be on the wrong end of a screen from that guy on the basketball court.
Yeah, from all understanding, he has put the basketball down. Will be headed off to Tennessee in December. McEachern wins this year have came over Cale and Hillgrove. The losses to Grayson, Marietta, Newton, and now Milton. So the schedule has not been full of cupcakes. Farrell spinning, going long, got a man, and it's going to be intercepted by White, but they're going to bring it back with interference. White now going to angle back this way. One man missed him, got another block to the 50, and now he fumbled the ball, and it's recovered, a turnover on top of a turnover. And none of it will matter because he had interference back this other way, Michael White.
It is a tough game for Michael White, but Michael White has been on the wrong end of a lot of things. And if that ball wasn't underthrown, he would have been on the wrong end of a touchdown on that one. Oh, it's been a tough night for Michael White. But we like to call those learning lessons. Hopefully he learns from this.
So now we'll have the pass interference, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty. But since he did fumble, Milton has the option to decline the penalty and take it where they recovered the fumble. And what this does, why is this important? It just means stats. Because his interception would count, and then it would count as a turnover, and then 99 would get a forced fumble, and they would get the recovery pass interference on McEachern.
But here's the thing. You don't want to count it. You know, you don't want your quarterback to pick up that interception.
But if the field position is in their favor.
But even so, in a game like this, when it's not in any doubt, you still want to make your quarterback stats look good. So they're definitely, they're definitely going to take that pass interference penalty.
15 yards, it'll give them a first down. They move it over on the McEachern side of the field down to the 46-yard line. No, the 45 is where they'll put it down.
Yeah, you take that penalty all day, every day. Because you just don't want to make your quarterback look too bad. You know, when it counts those final stats at the end of the year.
Well, if he fumbled that ball back here at the 30, guess what? Interception stands. I'm taking the ball at the 30.
Not in a game like this. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Game like this or not, they'll take the field position all the time. Shotgun pistol set now for Farrell. 3 down on the line defensively for the Indians. Take it, gives it to the back. He leans forward and goes up to the 41-yard line.
That's our guy, Moskowitz.
Stevenson took care of Arabia Mountain. They got him a pick-6 score at the end, 20-10. Stevenson over Arabia Mountain.
While you're out there in Decatur, Decatur beat Stone Mountain 63-0. Ooh.
And walk up to the line. Ball now on the 41-yard line. 6:13 in the moving clock. Take it and give it to the back. He leans through, popped his man. He's had him a good rushing night, double deuce, and he's got him a first down for the Milton Eagles. Moskowitz on the carry again. He's had a solid night. In on the stop was Warnock.
And here's the thing, is right now, just under 6 minutes to go. Milton just gonna keep on running this thing downhill. Just keep those legs turning, churning. And now as soon as they get one-on-one coverage on the outside, see if they hit the double move and go over the top.
Nickel, the tight end to the right.
Yep.
They take it.
There it
fake
is.
Gonna fire, fading, one-on-one. Murray dropped. Incomplete. Jonathan Murray, the intended receiver. And now we've got a flag down, and James puts his palms to the sky, but he may get hit with some form of interference.
I think it was offensive pass interference.
It was a little push right there by Murray, Jonathan Murray.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Murray. Murray got both hands. Let's see. He did a little pro move. He stuck his hand out there to get it, and he picked up that pass interference on that one. And the thing about it, the center judge called it. You know what I'm saying? Not the referee that was closest to the ball. The referee in the center of the field called that one. We see you out there, Matthew Moskowitz, saying feed Moskowitz, baby. I think Moskowitz is going to get him a bunch of carries these next 5 minutes.
Milton walks up to the line, 5:22 to go. A number of the starters are still in the contest. They'll take it and they'll give it to Moskowitz at the left. And he leans forward across the 45 to the 44, and then continue to move and turn and eat on that clock, 42-23. Colquitt County has took care of Northside Warner Robins, 53-7. That is a fine. Shotgun snap, they give it to the back, and Moskowitz strung outside. Going to be a flag call there. He was able to get outside, but the flag going to come out. Brandon Best, one of the fine offensive linemen, with a not-so-fine play there, as he's going to get hit with holding, and the penalty will bring the play back. Wipe out the positive yardage from Moskowitz.
You know, here's the thing, man. You know, if you're Milton, you know, you're up big, 4.5 minutes to go. You can't get sloppy in your technique. See what's happening? They're getting sloppy in their technique, you know, and that's why they're getting some of these holding calls. They're getting some of these penalties right here, just because they're being sloppy in their technique. See, in a game like this, you want to finish the way you start. You want to go ahead and you want to leave no doubt, because what happens, some of your other opponents down the line, they're looking at this game and they say, okay, well, Milton can't finish a game. See, you need to show some of these other opponents, your upcoming opponents, that you can finish a game and you can finish a game strong.
Coffee has defeated Camden County 10-7. Farrell, a long throw down the field, batted up, flag down, is going to be intercepted by White again. White will just be running like he's in PE again. And he's going to break outside, got blocking, 50, 45, 40, the crowd roaring. But there's going to be interference, I believe, on Warnock in the second game.
Number 4, Michael White, flag on play.
And here's the thing: you take a look at White, see if White stays in the game. And if White stays in the game, you go right after him the next play. The next play, wherever White lines up at, that's where you run the ball, or that's where you throw the ball to. You know, because that was a nice return from White, a really nice return, but it doesn't count because of that pass interference. So now you attack White. You go right at White on this next play. Or did they bring him off?
So they'll mark it down, first down and 10 at the McEachern 42-yard line. 3:57 fourth quarter. Milton with a healthy 42-23 lead.
Yeah, they brought him off. They're going to give him a break. They're going to give him a breather.
So Farrell out of the pistol. Got a tight end to the right. Gonna take it, fake it, now go on a little throwback screen. Nickel, who's got a touchdown reception today, comes in on the stop defensively. Renee Barber, the third in on the stop. Nickel again on the reception. Big tight end has had him a fabulous day, including a big long touchdown early. Peachtree Ridge, speaking of this region, has knocked off Campbell 14-13. Peachtree Ridge. And they've played Pebblebrook in this region as well. Pebblebrook has a 42-21 lead deep in the fourth quarter on North Atlanta. And that's who McEachern has in 2 weeks. Campbell. Next week, fall break, so it'll be a quiet week throughout Cobb County, as all of the Cobb County schools will not play. Public schools, anyway. And they'll return to action on October the 8th, and that means Campbell Spartans will be right here inside of Walter Cantrell Stadium against the McEachern Indians. And they're going to fall to 3-2 after the loss today. Peachtree Ridge picking up that 1-point win.
Is Cobb County the only county who does that, or do all the counties do that? Because that seems kind of unique right here for all the county schools to be off, all the public schools to be off for the week, for fall break.
Henry County is on fall break this week. No public county Henry football games are being played. Pass is incomplete. It's a county-by-county thing. Some schools will play even on the fall break. The fall break thing is still something that I'm just absolutely baffled by. But when you start school at the end of July, I guess it makes sense.
Well, you know, I'm a big proponent. I'm a big proponent for year-round school.
What? Timeout right here. 2:19 to go.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
And tonight's winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71, and 43.
43?
Those numbers again.
We won! Yes!
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Welcome back inside Walter Cantrell Stadium. The final 2:14 to go, 42-23. Milton with the lead. McEachern in possession. They're moving right to left, and Archie is the quarterback. And the pass is going to be caught by Webb. Webb danced in to the 40, sliding down to the 38-yard line. He's well over 100 yards receiving tonight. He does not have a receiving touchdown, but he does have a 55-yard punt return for a touchdown. And at that time and moment, really, really lit fire into this facility and in Walter Cantrell Stadium.
Oh, that's another one for him. That is another one for him. That's his third one that hit him in the hands, Joe.
Pass incomplete, intended for A.J. Nelson. 1:57 to go. McEachern working quickly. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun snap. Archie back. Gonna fire. It is low. It is complete and got out of bounds to the 31-yard line. Nelson on the reception.
Well, that's faith in your receiver to go back to him. I'm not gonna lie. If I was a quarterback, I wouldn't go back to him.
North Cobb has defeated North Gwinnett 40-19. Archie stands in the pocket, fires complete to Nelson coming across. He's hit, making a play again. Owen Pauley. Pauley with the stop. Nelson had 2 big drops earlier in the game in momentum plays, but continuing to build a confidence and finish the football game on a positive note. Archie standing in that pocket, going to take off and run, 15, juke step to the 10, and going to step out of bounds about the 8 and stop the clock with 93 seconds.
Now, see, this is one thing about football. You got to tell the youngsters that eye in the sky is always on. You know, you got to always, to that final horn blows, you got to keep giving it your 100% effort. And that's one thing I like about this McEachern team. They're not quitting. They're still driving down the field. They're still working because that eye in the sky never stops. Oh, the touchdown off of
Nelson.
Off of the deflection.
Caught the batted ball in the back of the end zone for the McEachern touchdown. It's an 8-yard touchdown pass from Archie to Nelson, which should have been an interception. Billings would have had his second one. A fortuitous bounce goes in the favor of the McEachern Indians.
Sometimes being in the right place at the right time is the only thing that matters.
And McEachern will go for 2 now. McEachern band continuing to play that an alma mater song. Take it, rolling, looking, and not gonna get the 2.
First of all, that's not the alma mater song. Us true people of the Washington football team, we know that's hail to the Redskins. That's all that is hail to the Redskins. Fight for old DC. There you go.
42-29.
We'll be coming to the Georgia Dome to lay down a beat down. Mercedes-Benz Dome, I'm sorry. I take it you're not a big Falcons fan, Joe?
I'm 127 left in this game. I'm trying to get to the end of this ball game.
A lot of good players tonight, man. Who you look around, man? Who you look around for one of our players of the game tonight? Who's the outstanding player you saw tonight, Joe?
I mean, Milton Farrell kind of did all of the work. McDonald was good. Gatlin was good. So you can choose any of those 3. Caleb Webb is all that and the bag of chips. Bobbled it. Nickel, who recovers the onside kick attempt. Nickel has played very good tonight as well. I like the signs that I see from McEachern, and they're going to slip around and be in the playoffs. I think they're going to be better than Campbell, and they're going to be better than Noonan. East Coweta and Pebblebrook are toss-ups. Just the direction of the overall program under Coach Franklin Stevens. And, you know, if you know Franklin Stevens, and I've talked about Coach Stevens a lot tonight. Coach Clack came from West Forsyth. Coach Stevens has came from Tucker, Lamar County, Ware County, now DeKalb County. And when you do that, he's an ironclad, iron fist guy. And you don't win 2 state championships without knowing that. But it's been 10 years. Last state championship was in 2011. Lost in the state championship game in his second and final year at Lamar County. But one of the things that I think is different from Franklin Stevens, he's been a heavy wing T guy. And when he got to McEachern, he dropped that wing T, and I was interested to see how that they would respond to that. And they went 12-1 and lost in the quarterfinals in his first year. And a lot of that talent went missing and left, so they went 4-6 and battled in, and now here they are. But as I mentioned earlier, they are not playing the Sisters of the Poor.
Yeah, they're playing a tough schedule.
And when you do that, you will get better. And Milton, by the way, now this will be their second win against a Georgia team this year. We'll come up out of the victory formation, take the knee, and we'll run that clock off. And Milton will come out of here with a 42-29 victory over the McEachern Indians.
Where do you see Milton ending up, man? I like that region they play in, man. It's not to be honest, it's just not a very strong region. You got Roswell kind of surprising people at 4-0.
And they've got the #1 passer in the state of Georgia
in
7A.
And see, that'll be real interesting, that Roswell team. You know, their strength is on the offense, and Milton's strength is definitely on the defense, definitely in that secondary. You know, when you got a dead-eye quarterback like Roswell has going against a strong defense, and I think this defensive front from Milton, they'll be ready and healthy come by the time they play Roswell.
The final horn sounds, and Milton walks out with a third straight victory, and they win back-to-back years over the McEachern Indians. They do this one handily, 42-29. And the only thing that stopped them in this second half was the end of the half. They scored on every possession in the second half. As you take a look at our SUVtv B-roll action, our fine camera work from our entire crew. For Sylvester Williams, final thoughts, Sylvester.
You got to see a display from this Milton team. You know, a Milton team that just came out, and quite honestly, they're just better than McEachern. And sometimes when you're better than another team, you got a score that ends up 42-29, and that's all it is.
Webb was impressive for McEachern, very much so. McDonald and Farrell, Gatlin, and the tight end nickel were as well. For Sylvester Williams and our entire SUVtv production crew, I'm Joel Hilsman. We'll see you next time right here at the SUVtv.com. Good night, everybody.